For the paved Statesville Avenue 22 and 23. They put the sewer line in, water line in, and then paved it. And I've seen mountain wagons with a cover over them, pulled by oxen, go down the street here. God. They would have produce to sell. They'd have potatoes and cabbages in the summertime, late summer.
Yeah.
And they would be going to Charlotte.
Yeah.
And they'd go up here and go down. I don't know where they camped, but up here at the Grove, right at the curve before you get you, they camped up there. And they'd stay 2 or 3 days and then move on down.
And then now see up here, that was where the double water tower was, wasn't it?
Yeah, the junction up there where the water tower was.
Yep.
I've been in swimming in that thing. Didn't have a top on it.
It didn't, it just was open?
Oh, wide open. That's where the trains took on the water.
Because let's see, the line that parallels Broad Street, that was the Statesville line?
Well, it forked right there.
That's right.
It forked right there. That's why it's called a junction. It forked there. One train went to Statesville on this side, and one on this side went through Cascade, went over to Moxville.
Okay.
And on to Winston-Salem.
Okay. That's right. That was the junction.
Yeah. And they had a turnaround. A lot of times the train would just bring carloads of stuff here and they'd turn around. They'd go up at Moxville route, circle around Mr. S.P. Brawley's house, that track there, up Statesville track, turn around and go back to Charlotte. That was the turnaround track.
I always wondered why S.P.'s house had that track around it.
That was where they turned around.
That's where they turned around?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be doggone. Because he had the Cascade Mill back there.
Yeah.
And I know there was a spur off of that line to Cascade.
Yeah, oh yeah. It was, but that's the way it was.
Wow.
That his house was a Sears and Roebuck house.
No, I didn't know that.
It was bought, shipped in there on the train, and put together.
He bought his house and shipped it in.
Well, his daddy bought it and put it up, and then he lived in it.
Well, I'll be doggone.
Yeah.
All Sears and Roebuck.
Sears and Roebuck, that's what it is.
Oh, my word. Now, that's funny.
And they have remodeled and put heating and air conditioning all through it now. It's nice. I've been in it since they've remodeled it.
Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. It is. Yeah. Now, okay, you grew up where?
Right next door.
Right next door.
That's vacant lots where my daddy's house was.
Well, I'll be okay. And then you built this one here.
I built this 1940.
Well, I'll be doggone.
I signed the contract to build the house with Mr. Abe Brawley.
Yep.
The morning we got married.
And when was that?
March the 7th, 1940.
Well, I'll be doggone. Sign the contract.
6-room house, brick, hardwood floors, plastered all over. Plumbing, the wiring. I paid him off $2,813.75. And
got married the same day.
Got married. Signed the contract.
Oh.
I was making $16 a week. My house payments was $20 a month.
Well, I'll be doggone. $20 a month. You don't get that anymore.
That was a pile of money back in, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
See, this really didn't come out of the recession.
Yeah.
Until the war started. And when the war started over yonder, starts to going up here, and that's when everything came out.
Came out. Okay, now on the corner where Statesville and Main meet, there was Troutman House up there, wasn't there?
Charlie Troutman House.
That's right, and that one stood where the gas station is. Was that it?
What?
Was Charlie Troutman's house where the gas station is?
Yeah, it's there. They rolled it back, and Sinclair built a service station there, and Nat Archie run it for years.
That's right. Yep. And that's on the left side.
Yeah, coming this way on the corner where the quick stop is.
Yep.
And then they tore the service station down and built this.
And built it. And then on the other corner was the first and last chance, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Little grocery store.
Mr. Honeycutt run it.
Now, when did Rick's dad do the grocery store on the other corner?
Well, he and Hugh opened up a grocery store downtown first.
That's right.
They had one down there. It was the second door from where the coffee shop is there. On the right
Pat's
there.
Coffee.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, Pat's Coffee. Second door down.
No, it's the other one up street there. What is it?
Oh, wait a minute, I think.
Right across from the bank there. Bob's Grill.
Bob's Grill. Bob's Grill. Yes, yeah.
They opened the store two doors down. One door down from where that coffee shop was built where the alley was. There was an alley through there.
Right. Yes.
And they filled that in, built that coffee shop, and Charlie Newton run it first.
Is it okay before Bob took over?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because Bob worked the lunch counter to 5 and dime, didn't he?
Rayless,
yes.
Rayless store.
Yep.
It was down there where Bob Gable building is now, where the remodel got the new restaurant in there.
That's right. It was right there on the corner. Yeah. It was right there on the corner. All right. Okay, and then Rick and his dad and Hugh moved out here.
Yeah.
On Statesville.
It must have been in the late 40s when they built that.
Okay.
Because I know when Willie and I got married, they was running that downtown. It was a while after we did that they moved up there.
They moved up there.
And that was a manse. I forgot now whose church it was, and they rolled it back on church, other side of where that warshed was. They put in a warshed.
Oh yeah. Oh, down there on the corner of
big two-store house.
Yeah, a church and yes.
Webb's daddy lived and mother lived in it after they rolled it back.
Okay. That wasn't the manse for the Presbyterian church, was it?
No.
Okay.
The manse for Presbyterian church is down on Broad Street. This side of two-story house.
Down Broad.
On the right. Where the Mexican food place is, where Greg's was?
Yes.
That's the two-story house, the only two-story house right along there.
Just okay, yeah. There was Greg's, the little bank.
Yeah.
And then the two-story house.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was a Presbyterian manse. Before they built a new one.
Right beside, wasn't Bob and Clay Davidson's house in there?
Yeah. Well, that's it.
That's it. Yes.
Mr. Sam Neal bought that.
Oh, okay.
Run Neal's Grocery. He thought that's Bill Neal's daddy.
Okay.
I mean, granddaddy.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because it's blue now. They painted it blue.
Yeah. And it's the only one around there, right there in that section is the only one there.
It's the last.
That was the old manse back in Presbyterian manse.
Okay. I wonder if the one that was on the corner that they rolled back for McLean's Grocery, I wonder if that one was for the Baptist church.
Seemed to me like it was a Lutheran.
Or Lutheran. Okay.
And they built a new one down there beside the Lutheran church in front of the flour mill.
Yep.
The Lutheran church was in front of the flour mill, and they built a brick house in there.
Okay. That's right, because Bernie's Melker's house is on the corner.
Yeah.
of Institute, and then there's a little brick house beside her.
Yeah.
And okay.
But it was on the other side of the street.
Yep, right across.
Right across from her, where the fire department is now.
Yes, that's the one that. Yes, they tore it down for the Carolina Tire.
Yeah.
Before Doug Nance and them tore that down for the fire department. Yes, that's right. Okay. I got to know, how did Church Street get its name Church Street?
I couldn't tell you that.
Well, I've heard several people say there was 3 churches on it at one time.
Well, the Presbyterian church was there.
Yeah, where the Baptist church is today.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a little wooden church, small church. It was wooden. There's a picture of it hanging in the office over to
I've seen it.
Sunday school building.
Yes.
Big white frame. It's right on the wall there.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Baptist bought it.
That's right.
And then it burnt in 33 or 34, somewhere along there. It burnt, and then they built this other.
Built that one.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Okay. Yep. Now, and then we moved. That's when we moved. The Presbyterian Church moved from there to where it is today.
That's right. In 1899.
We moved in That's right, 1899. Yeah.
That's when they built it over there.
Yeah. Now, Bob Baker always told the story that the sanctuary used to be in the parlor, and it was tiered, and then you had 2 big double doors that opened up, and that went out into the square part that they had built.
Well, where the parlor is now, that was a Sunday school.
Okay.
And you had 2 roll-up doors.
Roll?
They rolled up.
Okay.
You don't remember the old education building, do you?
Barely.
The roll-up doors at the back?
Yep.
Well, that where the parlor is where the older folks met for Sunday school. They didn't have no other building. They met there. And us children, we went to the basement.
Underneath the parlor.
The base underneath the parlor, that's where we went to Sunday school.
Okay.
They had half-moon desks with little chairs for us to sit on.
And then you'd roll the big doors up
and bring the chairs right there. And you see it wasn't near as long. They made it larger in 1923.
That's right, because that's when we built the educational building and the manse.
The education building, built it and finished it in 22.
Okay. And the manse?
No, they built the manse in 22.
In 22, okay.
They built the education building in 23, and they enlarged the church in 24.
Made it longer. Okay, okay. Now, when did they put the heat and air conditioning in it? Wasn't that in the late 40s?
Yeah. Seemed to me like George... No, I don't say who did. I know George Stephen worked on it for a long time.
Yeah. Cause
I don't remember. I remember when they put the pipe organ. It seemed like they put the pipe organ in when they remodeled it. I don't think so.
Yeah, because we used to have the little pump organ that used to be in the women's. That was all we had.
Yeah.
And then we put the big organ in.
No, the little pump organ that set in the parlor.
Yeah.
Dr. Skeen gave that.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that.
You know, it's set right the other side of the door there as you went through into that sanctuary.
Yep, right there.
Yeah.
Sat there forever and a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know whatever happened to that thing.
I think it's now in the session room. I think they put it back in the session room. The one at the end of
the old session
the
room.
old session room, yeah.
From the church.
Yeah. I think that's
well,
I think that's
you
what it
can
is.
go outside the church and look at the brick and see where it's added on.
Yeah, because the session room looks like it was the last thing added because its brick matches the brick and the...
They added all that together when they built it.
Yeah. And because I remember Bob Baker telling a story about when they put the heat and air in, and everybody had to move everybody out of the sanctuary and had church in the educational building because they had to lower the ceiling.
Yeah. They had, we met in there several times when we was working. Well, when they was remodeling the church
Yeah.
Last time we met in the education building.
Yeah. Now, when did they do the last length of the sanctuary to make it the full?
That was in 24.
Was that in 24?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only time. Now they remodeled it, reworked it in 50 some or somewhere along there.
Okay.
But when they enlarged it, they made it the same length it is today.
Okay. Because that's when we took out the old organ and put the organ in we have today.
That's right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that area. All right. Oh, where? All right. Now Teeter's Groceries was uptown before they moved out.
Yeah.
The Willis Teeter and his brother.
That's it. Bill.
Yeah. Now where were they? Were they
in the old Mac building, right beside Schuler's store?
Okay.
Where Schuler's store is. See, that side Mac had this building, and then Teeter's went in the one between it and what Schuler's shoe store is now.
Schuler's okay.
That's where he was, and then he built that old Hawthorne house, tore it down and built down there on the corner.
Right down, yep. Yeah, they tore it. They were, whose house was that?
Hawthorne,
that's right, yes.
Hawthorne's house.
Hawthorne's house, and built that one. When they tear, okay. Now who was on the other corner, where the little 7-Eleven gas station is up here on the corner of Statesville? There was another house there, wasn't there? Was that Charlie Troutman's on that side, or was he on this side where the Exxon station is?
No, where the Exxon, where that automobile mechanic place is. That was the house. Was right behind it. Was on that corner.
That's right. They rolled it back.
Rolled it back.
That's right.
I can't think of the lady's name. She had a boy and a girl. I can't think of her name now. She worked at the library.
Oh yeah. She was one of the librarians.
Yep. She worked down there with Miss Bryce McNeely.
Yep. It wasn't Mrs. Creswell, because the Creswells lived over there on Academy Street.
That's right.
Right.
That Miss David Creswell.
Yeah, and she was the one who was killed by the train.
Yeah.
Crossing
down there.
What happened?
I don't have any idea.
Nobody. That's all I've ever read in the newspaper. Nobody knows. They never said. All they say is cause of death by train. That's it.
Well, he was killed there, and then Albert Beatty was killed up here at the junction.
That's right. And wasn't Young White killed down at the other junction?
No,
I mean,
he was killed down this side of Mount Moore at that crossing there.
That's right, the Mount Moore crossing.
Where the stoplight is.
Yeah.
He come out there and didn't stop.
That's where he was killed.
And then Linkerfellow was killed right there this side the Brawley House at that road that goes through there.
Cuts up. Up.
By the old railroad there. Yep.
Okay. I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fellow Linker.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Now I remember down with the mill. I remember the big house that the mill used to have that sat across the street. It was the boarding house.
Boarding house across the street.
Yep, across the street for it. And then OC's Cafe and all that was right on the other side. Yeah.
Down there in OC's Cafe and White's Drug Store and
Mr. Mabry.
Buck Harrington run a pool room in there, and there was a barber shop in there.
And didn't Mr. Mabry run a dry cleaners in that area too?
Seemed to me like he did. I'm not sure. I wasn't down there too much.
Now when did they? And let's see. Old Harding Rogers' house. They tore it down. It used to stand up on Main. Main.
That was her Mrs. Rogers' daddy, McNeely. Yeah.
And there was another house beside it.
Schinberger's. Two-door storehouse, Schinberger house.
Okay.
2 old maids lived in it.
Now who lived? Now who was in the house? If you're coming back, still coming back down, it's a tire store now. There was a house that used to stand right there. It's a auto tire store, or down, and then it's and then you get to the the house beside Ms. Melker's, and then Ms. Melker's.
That was where the Schimberger house was.
Okay, that was
Yeah,
Schimberger.
that's where the Schimberger. I had to think just a minute where the Schimberger house
Okay,
was. And then there was another house in there. I can't think. Probably he was a barber. And then the next house, Ralph Brawley's son built it, the one they had the auction the other Saturday.
Okay.
That was a brick house beside Miss Melker's.
That was the brick. Yes.
The Brawley, one of Mr. Ralph Brawley's boys built that.
Okay.
And then the house this side of it, the wooden house where they had the auction, that was the Starr house, Judge Starr's house.
Ah, okay. I did not know. I knew Judge Starr lived on Main Street, but I didn't know where.
That's where he lived, Main Street.
On Main Street.
Yep.
Well, I'll be doggone. Yep, that little wooden house the driveway now, there's a driveway now going into She-Shell Pet Store, and that little wooden house on the other side of it. Yep. I did not know. Okay. I always wondered where Judge Starr lived.
That's Judge Starr's house.
Well, I'll be doggone. Okay. I always wondered. Well, all right, go back. Tell me about your time in the Coast Guard. All right, you were in the Coast Guard during the war, weren't you?
Merchant Marine.
I mean, Merchant Marine, excuse me.
Oh, it was pretty interesting. The only thing I ever regret, I couldn't have a camera.
You couldn't?
No, man, you caught with a camera, you went under jail. You thought you was a spy or something.
Why?
No, camera was a no-no.
Well, what all did you do in the Merchant Marines?
Well, I took a train in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, New York. I spent a week on the Chesapeake Bay training on a ship. They sent me to Kenosha, Wisconsin on a dredge ship for training. I stayed up there a while. Came back. I went to Oran, Africa, Naples, Italy, Marseille, France, and Liverpool, England.
Holy cow.
And I was halfway across again when the war ended, and they turned part of us around, sent us back to the States, and the other part went on to Europe.
Well, how long were you in?
I went in 43, come out in 45.
In 45. Okay. Now, was that part? Now, when you went in, was that part of the draft, or did
No, I volunteered.
You volunteered to go in?
I tried getting the CBs, and they wouldn't take me.
Why wouldn't they take you?
Said I was too little. I didn't weigh about 127, 28 pounds. And in fact, Young White wrote a letter that I was a good carpenter,
and he wouldn't.
And they still wouldn't take me.
Well, I'll be doggone.
And me and Johnny Motley went to Baltimore and joined up with the Merchant Marines.
The Merchant. Now, why the Merchant Marines?
Well, I always liked the water. Always liked the water. I always liked boats. And it was a good experience. We had several close calls.
Yeah.
We went into Liverpool. Got to the Irish Sea. We had to call for escorts to come out and help us get in. There's subs all around us.
Holy cow.
And the East come out and helped us get in. We got in about 5:30 one evening. Liverpool got behind the locks. They had nets up and walls so the subs couldn't get into us.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And the next morning as the ship came out, he turned to port going down to catch a convoy coming out of London. And just as he turned, they blowed him all to pieces. Sub sitting out there.
You're kidding. Holy cow. Holy. wow. Well, no, okay. What was your most memorable event being in the Merchant Marines? And,
Well, that and when we was in Marseille, France, there was reconnaissance planes come over one day. We could spot them. And the next night, they blacked us out. Instead of bombing Marseille, they bombed Le Havre, which is right down the coast from us. And the most memorable sight I seen was we was in Naples, right where we was docked. There was a square block. There wasn't a thing standing but one big chimney. That was the funniest looking thing I had. One chimney and everything else was around. And how that did, where the Allies had bombed it.
yeah.
And how that chimney stood there, I don't know. That's the reason I said I'd like to have a camera.
For that.
Take some of the pictures I'd seen.
Okay. Now, I have to plead this because I keep forgetting. What did the Merchant Marines do? What was their primary?
To get the supplies there.
That's what. Okay, they were the suppliers.
Everything. Well, we almost all the time we come out of Norfolk. We loaded in Norfolk
Okay.
and went out there a little while and took on ammunition. And they take a hold full or half a hold full or whatever we're taking on, and then we'd take off from there. But we'd always come back into New York.
Into New York.
Yeah. And we was 3 days out in New York and we hit a storm. And the number one life raft, life raft sat in a cradle, just like it.
Mm-hmm.
We rolled so far that the life raft fell out.
You're kidding.
I was up on the flying bridge at the time. I just grabbed the wire to the smokestack as I went by. Held on.
God. Now, how long was one of the runs? How long were y'all out before you came back?
Well, it all depends on how long it took to unload us and all, and when we get a convoy. When we went into Liverpool, we had to wait because the ship in there, they couldn't move because it lost its propeller. And they had to fly one over to get it on there so they could move it. They tried to hook tugboats to it, but they couldn't get it.
Couldn't move it. Golly. Holy cow. Coming back, this is kind of backtracking, but you school. You went to school at the Old South School. Did you go to the Old South School?
Never did.
Never did. You went to the
Old North School first, and then Parkview School.
Okay, and the North School was
Catty Corner across from Parkview.
Where
the brick house was.
Where the brick house was. Okay.
Where the brick house is now.
Okay.
That was North School.
North School.
And then they built the other one in 26.
Okay.
I went to the first grade in Old North School and then the second grade.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So that means you went through with like some of the old teachers, like Miss Mary.
Miss Mary. Mary Shove?
Yeah.
All them old good old teachers. Well, in the first grade I had Miss Leona Robinson.
Okay.
Second grade I had Miss Maud Nail. Miss Mary Shove. Miss Mary Stafford. Miss Mary Stafford.
Okay.
Third grade I had Miss Leona Robinson. Fourth grade I had...
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you? Don't get up. Don't get up.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Sit down.
Thank
I hope you're learning something.
I am. He's not. Oh, it's okay. He's naming his teachers.
And the 4th grade, Miss Harding Rogers.
Okay. Okay.
In the 5th grade, Miss Rudersel.
Okay.
5th grade, Miss Cup, Bank Cups.
Okay.
And the 7th grade too.
And so,
She promoted me to get rid of them, and then they promoted her to the 7th grade too. I had her 2 years.
all right. Well, who'd you have in 8th grade?
Well, 8th grade, my homeroom teacher was Miss Manning's.
Miss Manning's.
I don't remember. And I had, I really don't remember. I wasn't in Miss Mary Show's room or Miss Hal Johnson's or Miss Mary McNeely's, any there. I'd taken Latin from Miss Manning, history from Miss Mary McNeely,
Okay.
and algebra from Miss Mary Show.
That was a good group of people right there.
You learned something, I'll tell you that. They kept you straight.
Oh, what about the old Central Fire, the high school fire?
That burnt. That burnt in 34.
34.
35. I'm not 34, I believe.
Okay.
And when it burnt, the high school come to Park View up here.
Well, I'll be.
And Park View went to South School. South went in the morning. Park View went in the afternoon.
They split the days.
Yeah.
Now, what caused the Central Fire?
They never did know.
They
It was
never-
in the auditorium up on the top floor.
Yeah, because the pictures I've seen, the whole top floor is burnt completely out.
That's where the auditorium was up there.
Okay.
And then after they rebuilt it, they built that side auditorium beside of it so it wouldn't have to be up there.
Now, did they tear down the old Central building and just rebuild it all together, or did they try to salvage any of what was still standing? Anna.
I can't tell you that. I don't remember. That's too far.
Well, because I've asked Mitchell Mack and some others, and they can't remember either if
I
it
don't
ever.
remember. Seemed to me like they tore that off. I don't remember.
Well, the reason I ask is because I found, some information in the school records and all that they were worried about a fire again,
Yeah.
and so they tore it down to make it more fireproof,
Yeah.
and put up better and all.
H.C. Miller was principal and Cy Lee Hood was H.C. Miller was superintendent and Cy Lee Hood was principal.
Well, I'll be doggone. I tell you what, yeah. I've never knew them, but I've heard those names. I've heard those. Yeah, because then Miss Brawley. Now, when did Miss Johnston, Florence Johnston, quit teaching to go become the librarian?
It was way after I finished.
That's what. Okay. Cause she was librarian in the 30s.
Yeah, she.
Yeah, because she was good friends with Lutell Williams.
Yeah, Miss Lutell. She's the one to give the money to build that.
Yeah, and tore down her house and put that.
Tom Brim lived down there where the golf course is now. He lived. You don't remember the old two-store house he lived in down there. That was her husband's brother, Tom Brim.
Okay. Okay.
He was a farmer.
I've seen pictures. I mean, I've seen the house. They tore it down before I
Yeah,
ever.
had a fence around.
Yes, I've seen it in pictures. Now, was there a brick place where the golf course is? Was there an old brick factory there?
Not that I know of. I think the brick factory was out Patterson Avenue. Supposed to be out Patterson Avenue,
Patterson
over
Avenue.
close to where Bill Young lived, somewhere in there. I'm not sure exactly. That's before my time.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I've just heard people. I've heard it out Patterson, and I've heard it over where the.
Well, it was on Patterson, I think.
Okay. Out that way. Because Mortal Mills is the one that put in the golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mortal Mills, Johnny Madison one built the golf course.
Yeah.
Johnny
Okay.
did that.
He did that?
Yeah, that's Johnny's pet.
And he lived out here on Main Street in
Yeah,
the big...
he lived out there. That was old Stewart house. He bought all that and remodeled it.
Okay.
Added on to it.
Stewart Dairy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Neil Stewart's daddy.
Now, didn't Sam Edmonston's family buy the dairy? What happened to the dairy, the old Stewart Dairy?
I can't answer that. Mr. Robert run a dairy, but they was that way out on in the country.
Okay.
And Mr. Stewart owned a big farm. This on the same road that Back Creek Church is on. I don't remember that road, but it's up next to 150.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Stewart owned the farm there too.
It's
And
been,
then he owned Stewart Park, where the swimming pool and ball field all was.
that's right. And Stewart Park was out, yeah, right over, and my bearings are off, sorry.
Right over here.
Right over, yeah, just right over that way, yeah. Yeah.
Side of Park View.
Yeah.
Pencil Hartzell built that house over the old swimming pool. The basement is the old swimming pool that was there.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
Well, I'll be doggone. Okay, Spencer Hartwell's house, okay.
yeah. He built that house after 801
Right,
on Oak Street. The
right.
first house on the left there. That's where the swimming pool was, and the skating rink was right there where that house is on the corner. They had a skating rink
On the
there.
corner of Oak Street and, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they built 801 through there. What was it? In the 40s? Yeah, I think it's in the 40s they built that through there.
Yeah, which is Park Avenue today, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you turn off, okay, so if you turn off 801 to the left, like you're going to Park View,
Yeah.
yeah, I always wondered. Okay, right
Yeah,
there.
The skating rink was there where the house is, and where the first house is on Oak is built over the deep part of the swimming pool.
Over the deep end of the swimming pool. Well, I'll be doggone.
Did you ever know the man that had his legs taken
Archie
off
Cathy.
No,
and rode on a little platform thing like?
no.
Well, he would crawl up in a tree over there and dive in the swimming pool. No
His
legs.
legs were
No,
cut
ca-
off right here.
Yeah,
He and another fellow whole boat of trains come through.
Yeah.
He grabbed a ride on the train and gonna ride to Mount Morn. He went to jump off and he slipped and the train run on and cut his legs off right there.
okay,
And
okay.
he had a little platform about that square with skate on it.
Yeah,
Take skating two,
yeah.
put skate under there. He wore gloves all the time. He pushed himself with his hands.
That way.
He could lay in the swimming pool out there with a Coca-Cola sitting on his chest. He couldn't sink.
Couldn't sing. Well, I'll be doggone. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. Then, who built, okay, because Sam Price's house and all that, who built the house Sam Price was in? That was,
That was
Dale.
part of the park at one time.
Huh?
That was part of the park at one time, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
was part of it.
Before
They had tennis
801 was
courts up
built.
in there one time. I used to play tennis up in there where they were.
that, yeah, okay.
And,
'Cause Sam used to tell me those stories. Sam Price used to tell me those stories.
yeah,
Okay.
there was tennis courts up there. I
Oh.
played tennis there.
Okay. Yeah, because he said his garage was built on part of one of the tennis courts.
Yeah, yeah. And then behind the Parkview School was a baseball field. It had a wooden fence all the way around it.
I remember you used to could see, they left it. You could see part of it in the woods that grew up, and in the wintertime you could see part of that fence before they just let it rot away.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's where the baseball team played baseball before Moore's Mill built that park down
Moore
there.
Park down there.
High
Okay.
school played football in there too.
Now what else was it? They had tennis courts and swimming. What else do they have there?
Skating rink.
Skating rink.
And that was all. And then they had the baseball field there.
And Mr. Stewart built. I mean, Mr. Yeah,
Yeah, it was called Stewart Park.
he built all that
Yeah.
in that. Well, be doggone. Now there wasn't there a skating. There was a skating rink over on Academy Street too, wasn't there? It wasn't one built later down.
Yeah, there's one down there close to where the television place
Yes.
is. Yeah, there was
Yep.
a skating rink there
Yeah.
built there.
Was that Brown's?
No,
No.
Brown's was out the 801.
Yeah,
Had a swimming pool and a skating rink out there.
that's right. On out. Okay.
That's where I grew up.
Oh, that's right. You grew on out that way. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But, before they played baseball down there, they played up there. Over here.
Right.
They played Coolamy and Landis and Statesville, and I don't remember who all. But
Okay.
first baseman was Andy Wagner. Second baseman was Skinny Rogers. Shortstop was Sid Dingler. Third base was Houston Westmoreland. Left fielder was Henry Linebarger. Center fielder was Barney Honeycutt. Left fielder was Slobberjaw White. The catcher was Obie Davis. The pitcher was Jake Blackweller and Kurt Shoemaker.
Well, I'll be.
And I was water boy.
He hesitated in saying that.
I noticed that.
But there was spring right there at the branch. Oh, there was a whale of a good spring there. It was in a rock. Had a big old dugout place. I carried water from there up to the ball player.
Oh my word! Now, when were they called the Mooresville Moors then, or is that when they became
No, they just called Mooresville Team.
Mooresville team? They became the Moors when they moved down.
After they built that down there, then they changed the name to Mooresville Moors down there.
Okay. I'd forgotten all about Stewart Park and all that back up in there. Okay.
Yeah, they used to have a big July the 4th picnic up there.
That's right. I heard people
have different stands out, just like you go to have today.
Yeah.
And they used to have a little old band there in the summertime on Friday nights. Let's see, there was Lewis Perry, Tiny Little, Claude Little, Lewis Perry, Bill Young's uncle, and his Young's daddy. What was his name? They played in the band over there. They'd have a dance over there at the park.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna ask.
Nebo Brown was on the piano.
He was.
Yeah. Nebo couldn't read the music.
But he played the piano.
Anything he heard, he could play it.
Well, I'll be doggone.
Nebo run a restaurant down there where such as yours is now.
Okay, that's right. But yeah, he was in Setzer's building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a barber shop under it.
That's right. Yeah, people forget that those buildings have got basements to them, and yeah,
you can see where the window was if you go down, and then up at Miller Drug, there was a barber shop under it too.
Yeah. Because today the alleyway they've cut back there, they've had to build it up so high that you're no longer ground level. It's below. But I've forgotten about that. And there was now who ran the barber shop under Miller?
I don't remember.
Okay. Because there used to be a barber shop in the corner where Suarez is on this corner, and there used to be a barber shop right there in that old building. I remember that.
Well, Old Cash is running one right beside the Moore Theater. Reese Old Cash.
Yep.
Sam and Harold.
Yep.
Mr. Howard worked at the other one.
He worked at Howard and Baxter's up there beside Mooresville Drug.
Mooresville Drug, okay.
That little short, small place there.
Okay. Right beside Mooresville Drug.
and Mr. Fulton Harrington run one behind where People's Furniture Store was.
Which is now their Citizen Center, but yeah, down there.
And the post office used to be on the corner right there.
Yeah, it was on the very corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, was his barbershop the one down there on the corner of Moore Street and Church Street, that little building that's still standing?
Well, it's back up this way.
Okay.
It wasn't in that building down there. It's back up right behind People's Furniture.
Okay, where it's torn down. Because there's a house still standing that was directly behind. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was... I know where you are. Yeah. And then the post office moved to the other corner where the schoolhouse offices are today.
But that was W.C. Johnson House, and they rolled it back and built a post office there. That was built in 36, 37?
Yes, because it was the painting in it was a WPA project.
Yeah. But they rolled the Johnson back down, and then they tore it down, and Herman Compton had an automobile shop dealership in that building.
I remember that. Right behind. It's vacant now.
Yeah.
Where the rescue squad's on this side of the corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, and it's a vacant lot now, but that's where Compton's. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about it.
I bought 2 Plymouths from it.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd forgotten that. And then the White House, I barely remember the house.
That was W.C. Johnson House. That was his road back there.
Yeah, W.C. Yeah. Now, where were the movie theaters?
They had 3.
Yeah, it was the Moore, and then the State,
and the Carolina.
Now, where was Carolina? Because the State was at the end of the belt block, where they tore belts down. It was up here on this end.
And the Moore was down there close to Turner's Hardware.
Where the driver's license place is today. Okay. Now, where was...
And the State was right there where the jewelry store is.
Barger's Jewelry Store.
Huh?
Barger's Jewelry Store.
No, Barger's was up there beside the other.
Oh, excuse me.
The mayor, what was his name?
Thunberg.
Yeah, where his jewelry store is.
Yeah, his was okay.
Yeah,
that was Barger's. No, his.
That was the State Theater.
His was the State Theater. There, okay.
And
before
I think that's right. I know the Moore was down there, and I think that was the State, and the Carolina was up there where John Archie run a snack shop.
Okay. Now, I don't remember John. Where was Archie's snack shop?
Right beside where you went into the theater there. He and his wife run a snack shop there. Hot dog, hamburgers, nickel a piece, all that good stuff. Chili and everything on them. The drinks, they didn't... Man, they were good too.
Okay, because I remember the State Theater being at the end of the belt block, right there. Yeah. So it moved from where the mayor's jewelry store is.
Well, that could have been the Carolina there and the State up there. Like I say, I don't remember which is which now, except I do know the Moore Theater was down there side of Turner, close to
Turner. I know. Yeah, I remember because it had a balcony in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Okay, and then that would be right. Then the Barger's jewelry store was the mayor's jewelry store or
no, the Barger's jewelry store was up there beside the upper theater where the Citizen Center is now.
Okay, that's right.
She worked in there.
I worked there one Christmas.
Okay, I was getting ready to say. That was it. That was Jewelry Store. That was at the end of the belt block, and then that was the okay.
Yeah.
Something I was going to tell now. It's done. I reckon didn't mean anything.
That's okay. That's right. That was Carolina. The Carolina was that one, and the state moved into it. Because the Carolina, all the pictures we have of the Carolina, it's a corner. It's at the end of a building. You know, there's nothing built beside it.
That's right. There wasn't.
Yeah.
Flip's Taxi had a little stand out there in that vacant place. He run a taxi there.
Where BB&T stands. What?
Yeah. Right
Yeah, that was vacant. Yes. And didn't Con Crooks have there wasn't there another building up there that Con Crooks ran a clock
Jewelry
repair?
store, Joe Crooks.
Joe Crooks, that's it, Joe Crooks, yeah.
It was in the old Mayhew building, dry cleaners building. That was a dry cleaners building. Homer Mayhew run it for years.
That's right, because the two front doors were angled.
Yeah, and then Winona Smith bought him out. And he had in the contract that he could not rebuild a dry goods store in Moulton. That was in the contract when she bought it.
Why? I
Didn't
wonder.
want him to competition.
Didn't want the competition.
Then his son run one up there. You know where the old service station is, Vasti Christie run?
I think so. On up.
You know where Harry Hart's place is?
Yes, and the
lawyer in there.
okay, and the little gas station that's right across from Town Hall.
Well,
yeah.
the first building from the gas station, Paul Taylor Mayhew, Homer's son, opened a dry cleaners there. I worked for him for one summer.
Okay, right in there. Okay, right there. Okay, okay, now that yes. Then the Carolina was definitely right there because they said it was right there beside the Mayhew building. It was the Mayhew building space and then the Carolina Theater because you could park between the two buildings.
Yeah.
Okay. That clarifies. I learn something new every day.
Well, now the theater was there before that was the Crystal Palace.
Oh, okay, the Crystal Palace.
You remember where Whitney Wilson's furniture store was in there? That's for your time. And they played basketball upstairs. The town played.
Okay, now that was
Right in there where the theater was, right in there.
okay.
Right
Crystal
beside
Palace, they tore it
Belts.
down.
Okay, coming down from Belts. Okay.
We,
On the people side, furniture side.
On the side of Belts.
On-
This side of Belts and on the same side of the street as Belts.
Okay. I got you. Okay. Right.
used to get in it for a nickel. I'd go Saturday evening, Buffalo Nickel. You get in for a nickel to see Buffalo Bill.
Well, I'll be doggone.
And you went in and turned around and faced screen back next toward the street.
So the back of the screen faced Main Street.
That's right. It was up there at Main Street.
So you had to go in and then the seats
Turn
faced
around.
back Main Street. Well, I'll be that's weird. Well, I'll be. Yeah, and then the old Moore Theater had the balcony. It was the only one with the balcony. In it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And
There was a theater down there where Rayless and Delks, then the theater.
yeah, that was
What was that?
a state, I think. The state of Carolina won. I don't remember which is which.
That would have been the state.
That'd been the state. I think that was the state there.
And they were all on the same side of the street.
Yeah, all on the same side of the street. Then the Moore was on down there.
Yeah.
That's right, because the Delks was on the corner.
Yeah.
No, the Rayless is 5 and Dime was on the corner, and then Delks was beside it because that's where the Western Auto went into that burned.
Yeah. Delps went in where Rayless was.
Yes. Yep. And then the Western.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And then that next one, which is the mayor's now,
yeah.
which is Thunberg's building, that was the movie theater. Yeah.
And then Western Auto burnt there. The man set it on fire.
Yep. Yep.
And then
Started at night.
T.O. Tig got that one up there and run it for years. The other one up there on side Will McLean them.
Yeah, I remember that because then it moved. Then it moved from there into this Harris Teeter shopping, and it was just like a little. It wasn't a real store. It was just like a drop off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. Now, y'all just celebrated the wedding anniversary.
That's right.
Which was how many years?
70.
70 years. All right. Now I know Clay was too polite to ask this from the pulpit, but how did two of y'all meet? How did y'all get hitched up?
Paul lived here, and I lived down the street. We moved from the country and built a brick house down here. I'm ashamed to tell you which one it is, because whoever's in it now is just tearing it up. But
just on down the little.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I was washing windows.
No, I stopped by there.
Well, I know, but that isn't that where you saw me?
No, I saw you sitting on the porch. I worked at the flour mill at that time. I'd go by and she looked pretty good, and I stopped there one evening and asked she like to go to the show. Said she didn't have time, she had something else planned. She told her mama she wasn't going nowhere with that stuck up dude. And you know she's working at Leonard's Jewelry down there.
Okay.
And I just happened to come out of the show at 9 o'clock when she got off from work one night. I said, "How about walking home with you?" "Yeah, all right." And next week I got out again just by the time she got out.
It was at Christmas time and I was working at night.
Okay.
And go in and work in the afternoon.
Till 9 o'clock.
Till 9 o'clock.
I'd go to the first show and I'd come out just about 9 o'clock. She got off. And that's where it started.
Yeah. Now the way he's telling that, it sounds like he planned that getting off right. Yeah.
Oh, I had all accidental stuff.
Or at least that's your story and you're sticking with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were married the next year. Not the next year, but the next year. March the 7th.
In 1940.
1940. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Chatham, Virginia. Reverend Hubert Morris had been a youth pastor at Old First Presbyterian Church, first youth pastor they ever had.
Wow,
They called him to Chatham, and I always liked him. He was a wonderful guy. And wrote him a letter, asked if he'd marry us. He said, "Yeah, just come on up, come by the courthouse and get your license. Come on up to Manse. That's the Manse right yonder we married in."
Oh, there, right on the wall.
And that's a picture of us when we was married up on the wall.
Well, I'll be doggone. Look at that. Now, well, I'll be. Hey. That's pretty good.
That's an announcement up there sent out after we was married.
Well, that's pretty. Well, that's
We went to Washington, D.C. on our honeymoon.
There you go. Let's see, and that would have been about the time the cherry blooms and all would have started coming in. That'd have been a pretty okay. You know, most people avoid Washington D.C. nowadays.
Yeah.
Well,
We went in all those buildings up there, sightseeing.
Well, now, how long were you at the flour mill?
7 years.
7 years. Okay. Okay.
Well, in all, I wasn't there all the time. I worked 2 summers there.
Oh, okay.
And then went to school, and I went to work regular in 37 and finished school.
Okay.
And I worked there to 42. In 42, I went to Cascade. I left
With
Burlington.
Okay.
And I left flour mill making $18 a week, went up there making $24 a week. So.
At Cascade.
And I worked there 38 years.
Well, I'll be. Now, what Cascade do? What was their
they rayon came out. They got a hold of it, and that's what started Cascade making them.
Okay.
Of course, later on, they made everything.
Yeah.
They even made tire fabric. We run tire fabric up here, nylon for tire fabric for tires.
I did not know that. Okay.
And we run shirting material, pants material, shirting material.
Okay. Now, because Espy Brawley started all that, didn't
Oh
he?
yeah, that's Dixie Mill back in.
Yes. Now, what Dixie Mill do? Were they just cotton?
They run cotton.
Just
it was
cotton.
strictly cotton.
Okay.
Yeah, Dixie
right.
Mill.
Now, and then right across the street, that right here, wasn't that the Troutman Shirt Company at one time?
Yeah, right up there,
Yeah.
Troutman Shirt Company.
Yeah. Now they built that.
They built that.
Yeah.
Yeah, come out of Troutman,
Okay.
built that.
That's right. And now, what was across the street where the driver's license place is now?
That was a filling station grocery store. They tore it down.
That's right.
Okay. Mr. Gibson lived in the big two-story house there at Gum Street.
Statesville and Gum.
Right on the corner.
Yeah, Mr. Gibson, he drove a knee-high truck for
Okay.
years. He built the service station, grocery store, and then he built those back there and rented them. And when he retired from driving the bus, he run that for a long time.
Okay. Okay.
Who operated that barber shop up there? McGraw?
No. Ed Follett worked in there. That was Coot Follett and them brother.
Okay. Okay.
I can't remember that fellow's name now. And then on this side, where the license plate is, that was a restaurant in there for a long time.
Now, who ran that restaurant?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But I've eaten in there. I ate in there a good many times. It was good food. But there was a restaurant there.
And then Cook's Grocery was on the other corner.
Hmm? Yeah.
Yeah, Cook's was on.
That was.
That's Ricky's granddaddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ricky's granddaddy and Ricky's mother.
And there wasn't anything between here and we could see the store and see them over there, and all those buildings, houses were not over there.
Originally, until
Yeah.
until Troutman built the shirt company and all that. Yeah.
Well, I've seen this field and the one up there at the junction, cotton and corn both.
Well, I'm very.
There's-
Well, I'm very. Now was that a community field up here at the junction and around? Cause
the man owned that. He planted cotton
Okay.
one year and corn the next.
Corn.
And after to get it off, some of us white fella boys and colored boys would get in there and play football. You may go devils, white or black. We play football.
played football.
Yeah,
They do now, don't they?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Cause that's right. Cause that's a black development all over across the. If you go across Broad Street and where the Social Security office is, and Gum and Oak, where Mackey and all that come in, wasn't that was that developed as a black community like the Eastern Heights area was?
You mean on Broad Street?
Yeah.
No, that was all white.
Okay. Okay.
Elmo Bailey lived in one. Miss McLean lived in one.
Okay.
And the back up this side, he was postmaster for a long time. Lived there. And then the next one was the magistrate lived there. And the next one was Newman. He run a little store on the other corner where that building is now. And then there was a couple more houses in
Okay.
there.
All right.
Pat Mayhew was kin to somebody that lived over there. Who was it? Rachel and Pat.
His daddy lived over in one of them little houses. And,
Beside of the
one on the
Newmans.
corner, the big two-store house, and then another small house. I think he lived in there. That house. That
Okay.
Mayhew did it.
Okay. Now and then the what? Now this was up here. It's still standing. It's a little gray, right up on the corner. I can't think. It states on in. Oh, yeah, where it comes in. If you go straight across, you go into Park View.
Yeah.
I think it. That was a. What? Who ran that little store or became a store? It's got a raised. The house sits beside it, and then it's got a gray.
That was Smith.
Okay.
Glenn Smith's daddy, Toad Smith, Bill Smith,
Bill Smith. Okay.
Frank Smith, granddaddy. He built that store and that house both. And he run a little store on the other corner, on this side, where that fill is down there, hole is down there.
Okay. Yeah. I know where.
It's a little place in there from the sidewalk down.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one house in there on Safely Avenue. That was the Cherry house, Paul Cherry's house, mother's house.
Okay.
Well, in that, where that low place is, Mr. Smith had a grocery store right in there next to the Smith Cherry house.
Okay.
It was set on
Yeah.
big pillars.
Okay.
And he had a boardwalk. It went in from the sidewalk into the store.
Okay. Yeah, because the Cherry house still sits there down the corner, and down in and it's down in that little pit.
Bit, yeah. It's got a big basement in under it.
Yeah. Because I remember. Yeah. Because
Brian Dingler used to live in there on it. Dingler.
Yeah. Now what was it? No, across on the corner across from that. What was it? It was Mattress Place for a while. That store building.
That was a grocery store.
Okay.
Old man Jim Chandler run that for a long time. I worked for him on Saturday.
Okay.
When I was a kid, delivering groceries. And
What about the broom factory? Has he told you about that?
No, tell me about the broom factory.
well, I'll tell you. But then Mr. Gibbs Kiesler
Yeah.
got the old store. He used to make sausage and sell them in there. He made the best sausage was. And then he tore it down and built a brick house in there, Mr. Gibson.
Okay.
He had,
It stands today.
and
Okay.
well, the broom factory is Boger Street, up this block this side where the Cherry house is.
Right.
There's another house there, but it's torn down.
Yep.
But in that vacant lot, right where Worth Newman used to live, this vacant lot there, that's where the broom factory was.
I didn't know we had a broom factory.
Yeah, they made all kind of broom, from these big round ones that ghosts ride on, you know,
Yeah.
to little whisk brooms, commercial brooms.
Oh, I'll be doggone.
And they had a pit back there. They soaked the cane in before they made the brooms, make it flexible.
Yeah.
That's the stinkingest thing you ever smelled, that old pit back there where they soaked that straw.
I bet that was nasty.
It smelled.
I bet that was.
I think a fella Cranford run that thing, was his name.
Wow.
Cranford.
Okay.
But he made a lot of brooms.
And okay, and it was Mr. Smith's. Okay, Mr. Smith's store was was his. That would have been on the broom factory had been on the other side of his store.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, on it had been back this way.
Oh, back this way. Okay.
Yeah, on Boger Street. It goes in the Park View up there.
Yep. I know where Boger goes in.
Well, there's a vacant lot there, and then Worth Newman's house.
Okay, and the broom factory is right there at that vacant.
Vacant lot.
Okay, I got you now. I got
Well,
one.
there's a vacant lot on the other side, but there's a car shed built in it. That's
Yeah.
where that old house used to be.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yep. And then, all right, I got you. I didn't know we had a broom factory. That's fascinating.
Yeah, it was there for a long time.
I like that. That's pretty impressive. I like that. Then, okay, now, all right, yeah, then, okay. Now, let's see. Dr. Redden's office, the chiropractor. He, faces Main Street. His
Yeah.
little right beside the Esso station.
Yeah.
Whose was that before Dr. Redden?
Robert Holzhauser.
Thank you. Somebody asked me that about a month ago, and I couldn't remember.
He lived there, and then he built a brick house right beside of it.
Right beside it.
That's right. And then
Yeah.
he built over yonder.
Yep. Before he moved out. Yeah. That's right. That was his first house, and then his brick house.
Yeah.
I knew it was a house, but I couldn't remember to save my life. It was
Robert Holsall was the one who lived there one.
right there. Now, was there a house down there on the corner where the 7-Eleven is?
Ollie Kimmons.
Yeah, okay.
That was Ricky's mother's sister lived there.
Okay.
She was a cook.
Okay.
And Ollie Kimmons run a taxi.
Okay. All right. Now then now whose house was the big 2-story farmhouse that would be diagonally from it? It kind of sits down in the road's higher now, but it sits down
in the hollow.
Yeah, down a little hollow. Whose was that?
What was his name? Lived there for years.
Because they're remodeling it now.
I don't know where you're talking about.
A little hollow house in there, right across from 7-Eleven, over here on Main Street.
Miss Carpenter.
Huh?
Miss Carpenter.
No, she lived in the first house.
Yep.
And the next house, the one down
Cruz.
Cruz
Bill,
lived there, but
Bill Carr.
Bill Carr.
Bill
I
Carr.
don't know who
Okay.
lived in it before he
I don't
did.
know either, but Bill
Okay.
Carr lived there, and then Cruz lived in it.
Okay. Because somebody told me one time that was the sister house to the Stewart house. They looked identical before Mr. Matheson got a hold of it.
Well, I can't answer that. I don't know.
Okay.
Bill Carr was the first, and
Okay.
I remember living in there.
Okay. Now, who lived in the big house? Okay. On the corner, it's got the beautiful wrought iron porch now. That the 7-Eleven's on this corner, and it would be on this corner. That it's a big house with wrought iron railings and all that. It'd be right beside Harding Rogers' brick house. Unless it was Harding. No, because Harding's house wasn't on the corner.
No, his was beside McLean's grocery store up here.
Yeah. No, it's Redden's office. It was Dr. Redden's office, then the brick house, and then it's right on the
That
corner.
was Roy Troutman's house.
Thank you. Okay. That's Roy Troutman's house. All right. Okay.
Troutman Furniture Company, lumber company down there. Mr. B.A. Troutman's son.
Roy, that's right. Because B.A. Troutman lived. Where'd B.A. live?
He lived right there by where Cherry's Cleaners is, where the Enterprise office is beside the service station.
Yep, Enterprise Printing.
Mr. B.A. Troutman lived in the big house, big 2-store house there.
That sat right there where, that's right, that sat where it basically sat where Enterprise and
Just a little bit that side of it. That was a vacant lot there. The Cherries bought that. Paul Cherry bought that and built the dry cleaners.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the A&P store's on the next side.
On down there.
Yeah. So the dry cleaners was the vacant lot, and then Mr. Troutman's house.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the reason I ask is somebody was trying to tell me that Roy Troutman's house was B.A.'s house.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
Roy-
that's what I thought.
Roy built that one there, and Mr. B.A. lived in the big 2-store house.
A beautiful old home.
Yes.
I remember.
Had a wraparound porch around it, and had a overhead park his car right beside the porch. It had a shed over it.
And because that was right there on that corner of the
Well, it wasn't a corner. It was back down there.
Yeah, back down a little bit.
Whose house where Nat's service station
That
was?
was Charlie Troutman. That was his son.
Oh, okay.
See,
Okay.
Mr. Roy owned all that through there.
Okay, that's okay.
Plumb down to the flour mill where the gym was. See the old foundry back there. He owned all that one time.
Now wait a minute, where's the old foundry?
Well, you know where the bins are for the flour mill?
Yeah, where Mackey
Built
Street
on the
used
wall,
to. Yeah.
On the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Well, the Founder's right back behind there.
That's right. Mackey Street used to come right up.
Yeah, that's Mackey Street.
Yeah, and the Foundry was okay. If you're facing Mackey Street, was the Foundry on the left or the right?
On the left, going yonder way.
Going down Mackey Street.
Yeah, it's on the left.
Okay, that's right. What was on the? That's right. And then there was a furniture company on the
Troutman Lumber Furniture.
lumber furniture. That's right, because Ms. Melker. Yes, that's right. Ms. Melker was telling me. So
Yeah.
Troutman Lumber was right there. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And Shimpock Grocery Store was in the building with Troutman's Lumber.
That's right. It was a dual building.
Yeah.
It was a
Well,
dual.
it's built together, but
Yeah.
it's in there.
I mean, yeah, but you walked in, there was like a wall that divided.
Ben Stewart Houston, Jimmy Houston's daddy, run that foundry for a long time.
The old Morton. Okay. Okay. And wasn't there? Didn't we have a blacksmith? Wasn't there a community blacksmith?
Right down there, right between the Shell service station. Miss Tom Brantley run the Shell service station there, and the blacksmith was right behind it, and then the foundry.
And then the Foundry.
Mr. Petrie run the blacksmith shop.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Is the service station the one right there beside the flour mill?
Yeah,
On this side of the flour mill, and then you go behind it.
yeah.
Okay.
Right behind. Well, you could go down the side of it, or you could go down Mackey Street and go into the little old
And that was the blacksmith.
blacksmith shop. Petrie run it.
Okay. Mr. Petrie. Okay. All right. Yeah. And that. Yeah. And then there was the A&P, and then the dry cleaners.
Yeah, that was on up the street.
Yep. And then Mr. Troutman's house right on the corner. Well, not on the corner, but.
Well, Mr. Charlie's was on the corner before the service station built, and there wasn't nothing at one time between Mr. Charlie's house and Mr. Troutman's, B.A. Troutman's house. There wasn't a thing there until Paul Cherry bought that and bought a lot from him.
That dry goods.
And then there was another lot between Paul Cherry's building there and Mr. B.A. Troutman's house.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Was the house on the corner where Nat built moved back
Mm-hmm.
to Stageville Avenue, and that's where the Johnsons live,
Yeah.
Okay. Now where was that?
up here
Where
on the
is-
corner.
Quick Stop service station is on
On the very
where
yeah.
Charlie Troutman house.
Yeah.
was
Because
rolled back.
okay.
He lived in there for a long time.
That's right, because Mr. Troutman's house was rolled back to where the barber shop is right now.
No, it wasn't quite that far back. It's on that vacant lot
Okay.
behind the Quick Stop.
Oh, that's right. There's a little lot. There's a lot between. Okay.
And then the next house was a fellow Thompson house. And then the next house was Mr. McConnell's.
That would be the house that's standing today beside
Well,
the.
there ain't neither one of them standing.
Okay.
And then the next house was Mr. Tom Brantley, run the service station. And then the next house was Mr. Goodman's house. It was mail carrier, and that's a house that's still standing.
Okay.
And Miss Lucy Melkers is still standing.
Yeah,
of
Miss
course.
Lucy Melkers
It's
was-
the
Melkers.
funeral home, black funeral home.
Okay. Okay. The big. Okay.
Big
Yes.
two-store house.
Yes. Okay. I got you. That's coming down.
Yeah,
Okay.
coming back
Yeah.
this way.
Okay. Now, who was across where? Who was in the houses across where you turn to go to Neil Funeral Home?
Yeah.
Who was in those houses?
Well, Mr. Gibson lived in the one on the corner, two-store house.
Where the sign that says Neil Funeral Home is.
Well, they took it down.
Okay.
Uh,
But where that used to stay. Okay.
yeah. Then the next house, Fred Clark built that.
Okay.
In the next house, Mr. Brown built that.
Okay.
His son run a grocery store down Meat Market downtown. In the next house, M.O. Stiles and his mama built it.
Okay. Okay.
And coming back up this way to Main Street,
Well,
where those apartments were built, what was there?
There wasn't anything there.
Okay.
There wasn't nothing there.
And then George and Leuna Upright lived
Yeah,
in...
but Mr. Mayhew lived there before George and Una lived there. See?
What Mayhew?
Huh?
What Mayhew?
Lay Una's dead and
Oh,
mama.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Then the next brick house,
Newton.
no, Mason McKnight built it, George McKnight's brother.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And
That's
then,
for Charlie Newton.
and then where the service station or the tire place or whatever it is, they moved the house that was there back on
That's
Station
right.
Avenue.
What was that woman's name lived in there?
I was trying to think of it and I can't think.
Price. Miss Price. I can't think of her first name, but her name was Price. She had
Okay.
2 children. Boy and a girl.
Now, who lived? Okay, if you go down the road where Neil Funeral Home is,
Mhm.
you'll come out. Who lived in the great big white house that faces down that?
Well, they stripped it all
Yeah.
down now.
Yeah,
That was Colson House.
Colson House.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah, because there used to be a painting of it that hung out in McDonald's at Iredell Avenue, when they built the first McDonald's at the end of Iredell Avenue. There was a painting, or so, I don't know who did it, but there was artwork of some of the houses and places in Mooresville, and that was out there, and I couldn't ever remember whose it was.
He was manager of the Mortal Savings and Loan when it first opened down on Broad Street.
he carried mail first though, didn't he?
Yeah, he was a mail
Because
carrier.
he was our mail carrier when I lived in the country.
Okay. And then he did the Mortal Savings down on Broad.
Yeah, when it opened up. He worked there, and Onai Houston's sister worked in there with him.
No, wait a minute. Mooresville Broad. Okay, Mooresville Savings on Broad where was it on Broad?
In the corner house and the corner building right straight across from the depot.
Okay.
There's an antique place in there now, I think.
It was it the building that was built by the Templetons? Was it okay? You had W.N. Johnston. I mean, Mr. Johnston,
Yeah.
calling ice.
Yeah, then
Okay.
back up this way.
On the corner. On the
Yeah, on the corner. Telephone office was upstairs.
stairs. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was built. Yes,
Yeah.
that was built by the Templetons.
Yeah.
And he ran Mortal Savings was downstairs.
That's where it started.
Okay.
I opened an account there in 1937. He signed the book. Savings account, $3.75 a week I saved.
Well, I'll be dog. Now, what was in there before was savings and loan?
Now, I can't tell you that.
Because
After it went in there,
Mills's dry goods store was on the other corner.
yeah, that's J.P. Mills's.
that's in the building that's the other antique store on the other corner.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
J.P. Mills's.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was dry goods. Yeah, because the town hall used to be right there on the side of it. The
Fire department, police department.
Yep.
Yeah.
Until was it Bub McKnight bought that and tore it down for the Pontiac place?
No,
Or okay.
there was
John
a service station in there.
Okay.
Another Pure Oil, and Bub bought all that. Well, Bub didn't buy it. Mr. Sherrill built all that
All that in
from
there.
Cornelius.
Okay.
Over the Buick place in there.
Okay. Okay.
John
Moffett Sherrill.
Templeton's daddy lived on the corner, didn't
Huh?
he? John Templeton's daddy lived where the service station is, didn't he?
No. There was a service station. He lived in a little house between the service station and the church. 2-store house. John Templeton, and he had a brother. I forgot his name.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. I know where. Okay. Yeah.
Between the church, where the parking lot is right now.
Yeah.
He lived right there in a 2-store house, John Templeton's.
That's right, because in aerial shots showing the first educational building that we built in the 20s, you can see the house.
Yeah.
Right there, you can see the house. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cause when did they tear the? Well, I know when they built the current town hall. I know when that went up. That was in the 50s, late 50s. 56, 57, somewhere in there. When did they tear the old town hall down that was right there beside the dry goods store?
Well, the church bought that.
Okay.
They tore it down. You see, the fire department was downstairs.
Yep.
The police department was upstairs, and that little cubby hole beside of it, where that office was, that was the town hall, and it was the first Bank of Mooresville was in there first.
Okay.
The Bank of Mooresville.
The Bank of Mooresville.
Yep.
Okay.
Bob Evanson got some Bank of Mooresville money, but he won't turn none of it loose.
Okay, Bank of Mooresville. All right. Yeah, that's okay. So that was in this side of the
next to the church, next to the parking lot there.
next to the
little cubby hole there. It was fairly wide, but
because the bay for the fire department was right on beside the building.
Twin doors there for fire department. Police department, you had to go up a step, and the courtroom was up there too.
Mr. Kipka worked in there.
Yeah.
Mr. Kipka. Can't think of his first name.
That was Claude Kipker and them dad. He lived down on Academy Street, a little short fella.
Yep, because he worked in the bank part. I mean, it was on the side where the bank was.
Yeah, where the bank was. Well, the bank bought that built that bank up there side of Turner's in 1800s or 1900s, somewhere along there.
Okay.
And First National Bank bought them out.
Okay.
First National Bank.
Yeah.
And they built that.
That's when they built up beside Turner's.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. And then but they started out in the old town hall building.
Yeah.
What's Look at that. Dial 3531. First National Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my word. I'd say you've had this pencil a little while.
You think so?
I'd say so, yeah. I'd say you've had it for just a little while. 1900. Yep. Not the pencil, but that's when it says they started out, 1900.
That's when they bought the Bank of Mooresville out.
That's right.
Mooresville had their own money printed with Bank of Mooresville on it.
Okay.
But you don't have any of that.
No, I don't have. Bob Evans got something that won't turn on it. But it's got the Bank of Mooresville
printed on it.
Printed on the money.
Well, I'll be doggone. Okay. No, okay. Now what was because that's a double building right there where that's on the corner where it's now Miss Estelle's, I think it is. Was the dry goods on Miss Estelle's side, and what was on the other side, or was that whole building?
Turner's Hardware. In there where the building, he stored all of his machinery in there that he sold, farm machinery.
Okay.
He had wagons, stuff like that he'd store in there.
On that side, and then it was the town hall building.
That's right. Then there was the fire department.
Okay.
But J.P. Mills run that store in there, right on the corner, and then this other big place with I've seen wagons and drills and things in there where Turner's would sell that.
Okay. Yes, right, because it was the dry goods store on the section that's right there by the corner.
On the corner.
Center Street. And then Mr. Turner's was in the other half of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Selling. That's okay. And then the building, the fire bay, yeah. Well, it was all one. That was all one big building, but the doors were between.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's right, because they built that. They built that fire building in They probably built that in the 1890s.
Now I don't know when it was built. It's been there ever since I can remember.
Okay.
I know when I was young, I used to go down there on Monday night court just to hear what's going on.
Because the court was upstairs, wasn't it? Yeah, the court was upstairs.
Courtroom was. George Moore was judge down there for a while.
Oh Lord, that's right. Because I've got a couple pictures at the library that showed that building where the dry goods and Miss Turner's was, but the big 2-story isn't there yet.
Yeah.
And they're about 18. Yeah. They're about 1880s, and then so it was about okay. I wondered where Bank of Mooresville used to call home, and that's where it was.
That's where it was, in that little cubby hole beside the fire department.
Well, I'll be doggone.
Bank of Mooresville.
I'll be.
Are you gonna write a book?
I'm working on it. Yes, ma'am. I'm working on it.
Well,
I am.
I just wondered
Yes, ma'am. Well, part of it is Mr. Hazelton wrote a book, which is wonderful, and then Bill Brown wrote a book, which is wonderful, but it's basically their recollections. They never really did research out to see where everything,
originated.
Yeah.
Well, there was 2 flour mills in Mooresville one time.
I didn't know that.
One right behind Johnson's ice plant.
In the valley, in that valley area.
Temple and Williams.
Okay.
No, it was, where the brick building is on the street there?
Yeah, it's that little tiny building that sits by itself.
Right in front of the telephone office.
Yeah.
Well, the Brown, Williams and Temple flour mill was right on the other side of that, on a vacant lot.
Okay, wait a minute.
Right behind Johnson's coal.
The big gravel vacant lot that's there now. Okay, not the vacant lot that's
right.
That goes to Academy Street. The other vacant. Okay. What were those buildings? That
It was
building.
a wooden building.
No, I mean, what's the little brick? What was the little brick building that's standing there today? What was it?
Ham Plumbing went in there, and something else, but I don't
That's
remember.
right, Leonard Ham's.
Yeah, Daddy.
Daddy went. Okay.
Well, they upstairs, and Johnson built that to keep horses under the basement. That's where they kept the horses.
That's right, because
The ice wagon.
That's right. The stable was under.
Yeah.
They called it Johnson Stable or something.
It was under that building. That's where he built so he could have a place to keep his horses.
Because you can see it now, particularly with the flour mill gone. When you look at it, it doesn't look 2-story when you're looking from the street, but when you look at it from the side,
I'd say the flour mill was about 250 yards from Center Street back down that way behind the ice plant.
Sort of where is it where the phone company parks their trucks?
No, it was back up this side of
Up
that. It was
that way a
right
little
behind there. There was just road went in there.
Yeah.
Right behind buildings there. There's a road went in there to it.
Okay. Because the phone company I know they got a little lot down there where Academy goes down.
Yeah, they got back in there. They got a pretty good place. It was back this side of the lot.
It was up this way a little.
Side of the lot,
Okay. Okay. Oh, I think it kind of said. Yeah, I think I know. I've seen the picture. I think I've seen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because that building set free because there was a little road or path that went from there to the ice plant. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
But it burnt. I don't remember what year it burnt, and they never did build it back. Another mortar flour mill, it burnt in 25. It was a wooden building, then they built it back.
That's the one that's brick today.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the wooden building that burned first.
Yeah. That was called the Oak Roller Mill when the milkers owned it.
That's right, that was the roller mill.
Oak Roller Mill.
Okay.
There's a big oak tree set in front there, and the office set out there at the sidewalk.
That's right. Okay, I got you that way. Hey?
Hey! That's Christy.
Oh.
Hey, Christy, come in. How are you today?
All right. Now there was a community house. That's what I was going to ask. There was a community house that stood where the phone company is today.
That's right. That was a community house. All the civics clubs used to meet there.
Okay. Okay.
Miss Rhodes fed everybody.
Miss Rhodes. Okay.
Miss Rhodes fed it, and my oldest daughter worked for her a lot down there. When she's in school, she'd go down and help her serve Rotary Club, Kiwanis Club, such as that.
Now, was it built as a community house, or was it somebody's house?
It was somebody's house, and they converted it into a community house.
Okay.
Now, I don't know whose it was.
Okay. Because I know Dr. Taylor's first house, they used to sit down there on the corner of Wilson Avenue and Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
Was the mill that was a community house. He gave it.
Yeah, that's where Dr. Taylor lived before he built over yonder.
That big brick one, yeah. Where Coach Pop lives today.
Yeah.
And now was that the town community house or was that the mill community house?
It was the mill community house.
That's right. He gave it to the mill.
That's right.
Yeah.
In other words, back then we had softball teams, and I played softball down there.
That's right. Now, who lived in the big white house that's Cliff Holmes' law office today?
That was Cheryl.
Okay. That was that.
Albert Cheryl.
Yes. Who?
Albert Cheryl.
Albert. Yeah. Okay. And and he was with the mill.
Yeah, he was with the mill. He was there.
That's right. Because it was Dr. Taylor's house, then Mr. Sherrill's house,
That's right.
and then that was a Rankin house.
Yeah.
There, and then Miss Williams' house.
That's right on the corner where the library is.
Yes, because she tore her house down to put the library up.
That's right.
And then now what rank? I can't remember what Rankin though. You remember what Rankin that was?
John Rankin's family.
Okay.
He had a boy named Jack. And John Rankin lived, you go out Center Avenue, and where it dead ends, you turn to the left and go down McClellan.
Right.
And John lived in the big two-store house right at the end of that street.
That's right. Okay. Because Bob Baker's family was on the opposite corner.
He was down on this side, yeah.
Yeah, but on the
Elmer Turner lived on the other side.
Yes.
D.E. Turner lived back up this side. Marvin lived back up this side.
Now, because Elmer Turner's house, the little
brick house on
yes,
on the right side.
And then
Jack lives there now.
Yeah, and it had the little duplex between it where Mr. Hazelton lived.
That's right.
And then D.E.'s was
across the street.
Directly across from it. That's right. And then Bob Baker's was out that way. Okay. Now, who owned the broom factory? How did the broom factory get started?
It was there ever since I can remember. A fellow Crawford, I think, was his name, run it.
Okay.
And, he lived over on Neely Avenue in the big two-store house, the only one right close there, right straight across there. But I don't remember his first name.
Okay.
I know I was young when he closed it down.
When he closed it, okay.
But I remember being in it, and I remember smelling that vat back here.
Now, what about the Seminole? I've heard about the Seminole Waterworks.
The what?
The Seminole Water Company or Seminole Water Company. I think it was before, but they say there used to be a water tower up here. Okay, you know where the old water plant used to be right there on Moore Street?
Yeah.
Okay, they said there used to be a water tower somewhere up here, or beside, well, there used to be a house there on the corner of Iredell where you turn to go to the Central Methodist Church. They had Central School, and then there used to be a house right on the corner, and then of course the gas station was behind it. But somewhere in that area, they said there used to be a water tower because there used to be a water company somewhere in there that pumped water up from that creek that runs below Academy.
Well, I don't know about that. There was a water tank right behind the flour mill.
Okay.
There's a big water tank back there, and that's where the first jail was back there.
Behind the current flour mill.
Yeah, where Steve Hart, Harry Hart owns back in there.
Yeah. Yeah, his little office is where.
Yeah, between the railroads. There's a railroad run into the flour mill.
Yep. It's the spur for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the railroad down there, the tank set right in there. It's set on big cement pillars about this high.
Okay.
And they had you could see where the brick foundation was under there, where they had the first jail.
And that's where the first jail was.
That's where the first jail was.
Under the water? No, beside the water tank.
Yeah, beside
the water tank. Well, I'll be doggone. Okay. Well, that makes sense because according to the town records, the town took over the Seminole or the water works and built the first water plant, which is the one that sits on Moore Street.
Yeah.
Which is not the first building; that's the second building.
But then I reckon it pumps water to that tank up there.
Okay.
Right behind the flour mill back in there, Steve.
Yeah, because the first building the town built was not brick; it was like a little wooden building.
And the water tank up here at the junction, they pumped it out of that creek. This side of 150 up there.
Okay.
Man Dalton used to run that pump, keep water pumped in that. That was his job.
Okay.
For the railroad, keep water pumped in there for trains.
Where it goes, okay.
And there was a trestle up there. It used to be a trestle, and they got shaky and they filled it in with dirt.
Okay. Is that where when you're going down Broad Street, all of a sudden the railroad track comes up higher than you are? Was that where the...
No.
Okay.
It was way on up this way up there.
Going up, okay. Going on out past S.P. Brawley's house.
They built Broad Street before they did Main Street.
Yes.
To get the dirt to level the railroad bed.
Yep. Because I found that out because they dug Main Street too. That's why sometimes the railroad track goes up and sometimes the road goes up because W.N. Johnston, who lived in the big old 2-story White House that's still standing on Broad Street. Mm-hmm. In the court in 1911, he was on the town board, and he fussed because he had to give up 15 feet of his front yard for the railroad.
Well,
hey, okay.
They built Broad Street before they ever did Main Street.
Yep.
For the railroad purpose, and you see, they took all those rails up one time.
Yeah, they did. That
was Virginia during the war.
Civil War, yes.
And
yes, because I found out that the first depot that was built actually sat in basically in the middle of what's now Broad Street. It didn't sit.
It ain't never said where Broad Street is.
Okay.
As far as I know, now they could have built one there for the head Broad Street.
Yeah, because
they probably did.
Yeah, because the second one was the wooden one that burned.
Burned down there where it is now. Well,
yeah,
they could have put one there.
Yes, and that's where and then they built the brick one that we got now on that footprint.
Well, I used to walk, and on Broad Street, where you cross there at the depot,
right
from Broad Street up to Main, there was a brass knob in the road, about that big. Now, I don't know what happened to it. It's not there now.
Yeah.
But I've seen that thing a lot of times when I used to walk from here to the depot and round. That was 2 miles.
Because that was the center of town, Mark, wasn't it?
Yep. That was the center of town from 1 mile around.
Yep. And that was the center.
From 1 mile around. Now, I don't know whatever happened to it, but it's not there unless it's covered up.
It could be just paved over.
It was just about that big.
Well, I'll be doggone. Okay, now what mills were right there where Brawley Furniture Company is now, and then it was the Port City Transfer?
That was a cotton mill.
Okay.
and the next building was an oil mill.
That was the big brick building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where
okay.
where Rudy, Beaver, and Thad used to have the transfer.
That was the oil mill.
That was oil mill, and the gin was right behind it. Had a cotton gin right behind it. I don't believe it's still there now.
Parts of it are. Yeah, parts of it.
And
Now, what about the big tin building that
that was the seed building where when the gin, the cotton, they run all the seed in there, and they keep that, and that's what they used to make oil out of, cottonseed oil.
out of the brick building?
Out at the brick building.
Now, who ran all that? You remember? Or
A fella Brawley, I think, is who run all of that down there. I think it's more a corporate thing than one man.
okay.
But now there was a gin there beside the flour mill. The one was moved up here. It burnt, and they moved it up here. And there was an oil mill behind the flour mill down there, where the sidetrack comes in there.
Yeah, down.
Steve Hart bought all of that, and
Down in what's a vacant lot now.
yeah, there was an oil mill in there, and it burnt early 30s,
Okay.
and
Okay.
they never did build it back.
Okay. And then okay. Now what was the mill, which is Brawley Furniture Company? What was that mill? What day mill? Was that right there on the corner of?
That was a cotton warehouse
Cotton warehouse.
where
Okay.
they bought and sold cotton.
Right there. That was the warehouse.
They had a
Okay.
sidetrack that come up right beside that platform, and they'd load box cars with cotton. He'd buy us cotton and ship it
Okay.
different places. And that thing's been full and set out on the platform there. This
Okay.
much cotton. And then they'd run a box car up there. He'd load the box car with cotton and ship it out.
Okay. And that was okay. And they ran a sidetrack.
Yeah, there was sidetrack between the sidewalk and the platform there where the building was. There's enough room in there for
A sidetrack.
and they're taking it up.
Yeah.
a long
Okay.
time ago.
Now, it was the platform. Now, was the platform built over there? What's now vacant between it and Thad and Rudy's place? Because it's vacant.
No, that's platform to the brick building there on the corner.
Okay.
You know, it's a wide platform there.
Okay.
Well, that's where they'd have inside full, and that thing got a big basement in it too.
Yeah, it's got a huge basement.
Yeah.
And that's where they ran that sidetrack right between that and the sidewalk.
Sidewalk. Yeah, there's room there for a box car to come in there.
Wow.
They'd pull a box car in there and load it with cotton, bales of cotton.
And then pull it back out.
Then take it back out.
Well, I'll be doggone.
And see, the gin was behind.
Thad and Rudy's place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gin was behind that. And made oil there. And when the gin the cotton, they'd buy it from the farmers and put it in that big tin building there. And then they'd convey it over to oil mill there to grind it up, cook it, make linseed. That's the best smelling stuff you ever smell. I used to going to school over there, high school, be playing football, get off practice, come home, it'd be about 6 o'clock. I'd come right up a railroad, come over here, come through the grove over there where Duke Power Building is, wasn't nothing there, they didn't cut through there. That's the best smelling stuff cooked at the cottonseed mill, cooking everywhere you ever taste. Make you hungry.
No, okay. Now, when did Duke Power and all that build over there? Because there was Southern Seed Store over there too, wasn't there? I mean, there was a right across the street from
Southern States.
Southern States. Yeah.
That was Southern States.
Yeah, and then when did that was in the 50s that. Wasn't that in the 50s when Duke Power built that building there?
It was the late 40s or 50s. Must have
Okay.
been the 40s or 50s, somewhere along there.
Okay.
When they built in there.
Yeah, and now had
That
that.
was old Grove. It wasn't nothing. We used to play football in there.
Because they cut that road, and they built that's when they cut that road and built the houses all up in there. Okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, okay. Now, now when did you graduate high school?
37.
37. Do you remember when H. Lee Waters came, Mr. Waters came and filmed Mooresville? You remember those films that he did?
I got a copy of them.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did 37, 38, and 39, didn't he?
Yeah. I got a copy of them.
Okay.
Wife's brother give me a copy of it. He made a bunch of them. Give me a copy. Donald Brown.
Okay. Because the reason I was saying was, we finally got at the library. We've got a lady donated the 16 millimeter of the 1937, when it was snowing, showed snow and all that, and then we have a digital copy of the 38, and then we got a lady donated the 39. It's 1939 film, and it's on the great big rolls that they shot it at the movie theater.
Yeah. Well, they made pictures of Mooresville Mill.
Yeah.
There's one man come out of there was a little heavy. Everybody else was just skinny.
I saw it.
All the women had dresses on. The men had overalls on. And then uptown, and then they made movies with Cascade up here.
Okay. That must be on the 30. That must be on the 39. Because on the 38 is all Mooresville Mills. That's all they're showing is Mooresville Mills. Now I gotta ask this. On the 37 film, he's showing a lady getting off the train, and then there's a parade in downtown, and they're giving her a key to the city.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that in 37?
No.
Because it shows all these people all lined up. You know, they're having a car parade and all this sort of stuff, and it's coming off of the parade. Actually comes off of Iredell Avenue, because you watch them go right around McNeely's gas station.
Yeah.
And then the show, he shows the mayor, and I can't remember who the mayor was in the 30s. Anyway, it shows the mayor and this lady, and he gives her a key to the city.
Wasn't Robert Holzhauser, was it? He was mayor.
It might have been Mr. Holzhauser.
He was mayor for a long time back then.
I think it was Mr. Holzhauser.
I don't remember that. I really don't. Now I remember when they dedicated the post office down there on the corner. I went down there. I was there when they dedicated that.
Okay.
I was working at the flour mill, and two of us walked down there for the dedication to see it.
That's the one that they built. It's now the central offices.
Yeah, that's where the school offices are.
Well, I'll be doggone. Now, okay, did Calvin Funeral Home sit where Bank of America is today, or did it sit on the other side of Bank of America?
On the other side.
Which is the parking lot
Down
now?
on Broad Street and Moore Street first.
Where on Broad and Moore?
Right there where Pike's service station is.
Right there, okay. At Pike's. Okay. Now, wasn't there a cylinder block hotel behind Pike's at one time? Wasn't there like a... Okay. I remember a little hotel or something right behind Pike's.
They said there was one there that they run one time in the next house. I don't remember running a hotel there. But Kevin started in that two-store house right there on the corner.
Where Pike's is.
Where Pike's is. There's a two-store house.
It's gone.
And that's where Kevin started. Then they bought the Cornelius house up there on Main Street. The Cornelius house. And then they built over yonder.
Out on where they are today.
And I told them they always ought to bought the old Brawley house over there that had plenty of parking, plenty of room with big 10-foot ceilings and plenty of room. I always figured that'd be an ideal place for a funeral.
They should have bought that. They should have. Because it was. Now, what was on the corner where Bank of America is today? Was there anything there?
That was a house there. Miss Furr lived there. in an old house. It was a single store house. Never was painted, I don't reckon. But she lived there, and then her brother came and lived with her before they died.
Okay. And then they tore it down and built, what was the first bank that was there? That was before, it was a bank before Bank of America had a hold of it.
Don't remember that.
Carolina, I think it's Carolina or something. Okay. Yeah, because then it was Barger Construct, it was the bank, Miss Furr's house, the Cornelius house, and then Barger Construction.
No, there was another house in there where that tar place is now. They tore it down.
Okay.
There's a house in there.
Whose house was?
I don't remember. It's empty ever since I remember.
Okay, so it's just, okay.
And then Barger's built that.
Yeah, because they started out over where Charles Mack built the whole over there on Center Street behind Turner's.
Yeah.
They started there and then moved up on Main Street. Okay.
Then Barger's, then laundrette. Mr. Sink run a laundrette in there. And then Vesta Christie run the service station.
Okay. All right. Now, and of course, Mr. Moore, John Franklin Moore's house used to stand where Harry Hart's place is today.
Just a little bit the other side of it.
Just going down Main Street or
going up, right in the curve there. A big old two-store house.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And the last people I remember living in there was Ed Archie and his wife. The kids.
Okay.
Big two-store house.
That's right, because Ms. Moore, after he died, she went down and lived down in the library area with one of the kids, I think it was. Us.
Down there?
Yeah, I believe so. Down in that area. Because he died in 1883, I think it was.
He was the first one buried in the cemetery.
Yeah, yeah. And it was actually a funny story. Actually, he was buried on the lot because Ms. Moore wouldn't sell the land just yet for the town to build the cemetery. So he was actually buried about 15 feet out his back door, and they dug him up and put him over there after she sold the land. And I did not know that until I did some research to the town minutes and everything and found a few notes.
Well, Daddy bought a lot down there. As you go in between there and the sidewalk,
Right,
on Church Street,
okay,
he had this. I think it was the second or third lot.
okay.
And Lutel Williams wanted it so bad, and she offered him so much money for it, he had to sell it. So he sold it to Lutel Williams and then bought the.
That's right, because that's where Miss Williams is buried today.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where she's buried. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the Archies lived up there in Mr. Moore's house before they tore it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ed Archie.
Ed Archie.
His name. He lived. That's the last people I remember living in the Moore house.
Okay. Okay.
Before we tore it down.
Yeah, because they had an auction there. I mean, they sold out some of the furniture there one time. Probably right after the Moores moved out or something, or Ms. Moore moved out or something.
Yeah.
Before the Archies got a hold of it. Okay. Okay. And then Harry Hart, he built his building after the house was torn down.
Yeah, that's Steve built it.
Steve, okay.
And he owned the cotton platform behind down there at the railroad too. He had a cotton platform down there.
That used to be directly behind Harry's building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve was Harry's uncle.
Okay.
He had a crippled hand. He had a short hand and had nub fingers right there. Steve did.
Okay.
He never did have any children.
Okay.
And Harry inherited all that. He was worth a pile of money. Down this side of Silk Creek, where the animal place down there bought on going that away on 150, on the left, right side,
Okay.
down to the creek where it's all fenced in. He owned all that.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Where the where Lazy Five? No.
Yeah. On the other side, between there and the creek, Sills Creek. That's Sill Creek.
Okay.
On the right hand side, they got a fence up there.
Yeah,
Fence.
that's where they let the animals rest today. Yeah.
In there. Well, Hart owned all that.
Okay. And okay, that was Sills Creek. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be doggone. Now, okay, when Sam built the building, was it a cotton exchange? When Sam Hart built Harry's building, did he do cotton exchange
Oh yeah,
too?
he was a cotton broker too.
Okay.
See, Harry's a cotton broker. And
Yeah.
Steve, his uncle, was a cotton broker. That's the reason he had that and had that big building. He had a tractor trailer, flatbed trailer. He hauled cotton on.
Okay.
Steve did.
Yeah.
He had a colored fellow that drove it all the time.
Okay, and then the big cotton platform was right down behind. Okay.
Down there at the railroad track, he shipped some too by rail, and then he delivered a lot of it.
Now, was there a cotton platform down there where Moore Park is today, below the depot? Or was that
No.
that what? The cotton platform was all up here behind Harry's building.
That's right.
That's okay.
And then down there on the corner where furniture place is now, that was a cotton platform. Brokers there.
Okay. Let's see what furniture place down.
Where Brawley's
Furniture. Yeah, that was the. Yeah. That was the carton brokers. Yeah. Okay.
That's where they run the railroad car up between the sidewalk and platform.
Yeah, right in there. Yeah. And then now, when did the Ford dealership build right there on the other corner?
It was in the 30s. Thad Lowe built there. Thad Lowe built that. I delivered Shaw Observer paper, and that's where they dropped them off. It wasn't enclosed in the front there then. It was wide open. And they dropped papers off there, and we'd pick them up there, roll them, and deliver them from right there.
Okay. Now, what was there before the Ford place? Anything?
Some houses, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, because on the other corner was where Pikes is. Yeah.
Creamery and ice cream plant,
Yeah.
Chevrolet place.
Yeah.
And
Now, Mooresville Motors was out this way, wasn't it? Where was Mooresville Motors? Wasn't there a Mooresville Motors? Wasn't there a car dealership out here where it's now Isabel's, but it was Eddie Teeter's store and out that way?
well, there was one out there that didn't sell new cars. George Upright.
That's it.
Place out there.
Sold used cars.
Used cars.
Okay.
Yeah. George Upright sold used cars.
Because the Connoisseur was out that way too.
Yeah, Connoisseur.
Yeah, now it stood. Where did it stand? Did it stand where was it standing where the gas company used to be?
No, it's back this side, right? You know where that old service station was that tore it down?
Yeah, it used to be right across from Eddie Teeter's place.
That's right.
Okay, and there was a service station there, or was the Connoisseur on the other side of it?
No, it's on the same side Eddie Teeter and them was. Back this side.
Okay.
You know where the brick house is there? Before you get to where Eddie was?
Yeah.
You know where that automobile lubrication place is this side of Eddie's?
Yeah, it's
Brick
Eddie.
house there.
Okay, Eddie's, then that place, and
Madam
then
Queen built that house.
Who did?
Madam Queen.
Who's
That's what we call. Her husband run the service station across the street there. What was his name? We called her Madam Queen all the time. I can't call his name now.
I'll bet. Okay, yeah, there's a tire company in there now. I think tore the house down and everything. Put that and then the Connoisseur was
across the street,
right across the street. The service station and Connoisseur.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, it's vacant now. They tore it all down. It's vacant.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Old man Alexander owned all that.
All right. Yeah, because then there's a house. Let's see. Then you coming on down, and then there's the food line, and then there's Miss Stevens furniture built there.
What she built.
Yeah, and then who lived in the corner? That house is still standing. It's Miss Stevens, and then that.
I don't know. Bill Neal built that house. Lived in it for a while.
Mr. Neal, okay. Bill Neal. Okay.
But I don't think there's anybody.
And then there wasn't a doctor that lived right across the street on the corner, Mr.
Dr. Painter, he built that house.
That's right. Dr. Painter was right there. Yes. Because Dr. Bittinger was down on the other corner, wasn't he? Where Mike Herring's house. Wasn't that Dr. Bittinger's? The Catholic Church. You got the Catholic Church, and then another house.
Sloan.
Dr. Sloan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Sloan lived in that house. Then Mac Herring lives in the other house.
Okay, and who built?
Si McNeely built that house.
That's Si McNeil's. Okay.
From Neal and Rankin Grocery.
Okay. Now where was Rankin Grocery?
In there where tax place is.
H&R Block.
Yep.
H&R Block. Okay. Now what was right beside it? Because there's a florist shop in there right now.
That was a dry goods store. This side was a grocery store, and this side Mayhew run it.
And that was the dry goods. That was Mayhew.
Dry goods. Mayhew Neely.
Okay.
Si run the grocery store, and Neely run the dry goods store right beside it.
That's why the two buildings look exactly alike.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be doggone. Okay. That's very good. Yeah. And then the Central Hotel used to be across the street.
Yeah, where the bank is.
Yes.
Miss Flyers run it.
Yes. Well, actually, it's at where Joe Knox's building is. I think.
Mm-mm. It's where the bank is.
Okay.
And then that little garden there on the road that turns in.
Yeah.
That's where Rob Johnson lived. His house was there.
Where the flower garden and the little, it's now.
And that little offset there besides where Joe run.
Yeah.
That was a flower shop at one time. A little flower shop in there.
Okay.
And where Joe run, that used to be Sloop Furniture Company. Hugh Sloop, Ralph Sloop.
Right there.
Yeah, where Joe was.
Okay. Well, one Sloop's down there on the corner. You got Soirees now, which used to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Hugh sold all that, and he built that down there.
Down there, but
Yeah,
he ran the furniture company
up there, and then
where
he
Joe's
moved down there.
Okay, where Joe built Joe Knox's store is, or office and all that was. Okay.
Hugh Sloop run that furniture store here.
Okay.
My daddy wanted to hear the Gene Tooney Jack Dempsey fight in 1926, and he went down there and bought a radio from Hugh Sloop so he could hear it.
Okay. Yeah, because right now
It's empty.
Yeah, it was the empty building because now, they've got that little alleyway that says Joe Knox and everything, and that was the road, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I had to get my bearings for a moment because, it's all changed, because I remember when Joe Knox was in the old garage building back there for Mr. Johnston's house. Yeah. And then they did all that. But I remember, so I had to get my bearings for a moment. Okay.
Yeah, Joe was in there a long time. See, Joe worked at Cascade for a long time.
That's right, he did.
Yeah.
Before he became mayor.
Oh, yeah.
And
mayor.
Yeah.
Before he was even commissioner. And before he got in real estate after he left Cascade.
Now, what did he do at Cascade?
he was over the cloth room first, and then they put him over the reeve room. He was my boss at one time.
Okay. Okay.
And then he left there and started real estate.
Now, when they closed Cascade? When Cascade closed?
1982.
Okay.
I retired in 1980. Last day of 1980, I retired, and they couldn't make it after I retired. They had to close it down.
Tell you.
That's what I call bragging a little bit.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say.
Bragging a little bit.
Bragging. Now, okay. Now, what went in? Now, would anything go into Cascade after that, or did it just stay vacant? And
No, Magla went in there.
Magla,
Magla
that's
went
it.
in there and stayed for a long time.
Lord, I forgot all about Magla. I forgot all about them. And they made what?
Dish towels and
Stuff
pot
like
holders and toaster covers and all
Things
that
like
stuff.
that. Okay.
Kitchen,
Yeah.
well, it's not appliances, but kitchen. I don't know what you call it.
Apparel, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They started operation in what? 83 or. Yeah.
83, 84. They closed. Yeah, I reckon Cascade. They closed. Burlington closed Cascade in 82.
Yeah. Now when did Burlington acquire Cascade when Burlington bought Mooresville Mill?
Oh no, Burlington had Cascade. They acquired Cascade in 33.
Okay. Was Julius Abernathy? How was he?
He was over Mooresville Mills.
Okay.
That wasn't Burlington then.
Yeah, he was over Mooresville.
Mooresville Mills. Yeah.
Okay, and 30. Okay, and they acquired. Okay. Now what was down? Now was it Kim Spun down there on Church Street?
Yeah.
Up here
No.
first.
Kimstone was over here.
Okay, they started out up where on the?
They did start out down on Church Street and then built this over here.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was getting ready to say, didn't they occupy the first Mooresville Mill plant? Okay, and then they came out.
Built this over here.
Oh, where over?
Where the racetrack is now, it's Midget Car
That's
racetrack.
Draymore.
Draymore.
Yeah.
That's right. They were up from. That's right.
Draymore.
Yeah.
They were up from Draymore. Yeah, because it
And
was.
this up here was the shirt factory.
Yeah, that was Troutman Shirt. Yeah, because it was Temple On, then Kim Spun, then Suburbia Print, and then Draymore. That's right. Okay. That's right. Okay. I didn't know Burlington acquired. I did not know they acquired Cascade in 33.
Yeah. They tried in 33 and started up in 34.
Now, when did Dixie quit? When did the Dixie Mill go down?
It was closed when they bought it.
And so it closed.
Especially Broly, big owner in that.
Yeah. So they closed Dixie like in the early 30s.
Yeah, suppression cut them.
Okay. And then that's when Burlington took over Cascade.
33.
Okay, and made the
Rayon, they started,
Yeah.
everything was rayon when they started.
okay.
Then
Now-
they switched, they got diversified and could make most anything up there.
Now did we have any of the mill riots in Mooresville like they did down at the Loray Mill in Gastonia and all that? Did we have any of those strikes and anything up here at that time in the 30s?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
They had strike down at Mooresville Mill.
they did.
Oh yeah.
I never knew what.
Oh yeah, they had a big strike. And,
Tell me. Okay.
And before they never did have one up here,
At Cascade.
but they had the National Guard up there guarding.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had National Guard up here
Well, I
guarding.
mean, doggone.
And you see, Burlington built all that front. See, that used to be there wasn't no office. They made the office out the front of it and built this longer piece up here to the road.
What stands today as Cascade Mill. Yeah, that L.
Yeah.
Yeah, the road goes straight in, and that was the offices,
Yeah.
and then the other side was the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Burlington built all that office space in there, this side of the mill.
Okay. Now what's okay? How about the strike down there at Mooresville Mills?
I never did know much about Moore Mill. I never was in there but one time.
Okay.
Well, twice I reckon. I was in there.
But what do you think? What started the strike?
I don't remember what started.
Okay.
Unless it's wages.
Because that was in. So that's now. When did that strike happen? 30. Because I know the one down in Gastonia was the first one. Because
I don't remember what year that was. I don't remember what year. Well, this one up here, they had guards up here before Burlington never bought it. Burlington bought it 34.
Okay.
They hadn't, because I've seen National Guard men up here guarded with guns.
When it was still Dixie.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that'd be early 30s. Okay. Interesting. I never knew that. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that. No, I never knew. Okay, all right. Oh, okay. What stood where the town hall stands today? What was there a house or anything there? What stood, or was that
Frank Smith's house?
Mr. Smith?
Nat Smith's house.
Okay.
Nat Smith.
Okay. I knew Mr. Smith was up there somewhere, but he okay. All right. And then we had a family. Well, we had a Family Dollar down where Fifth Third stands today. There was I remember that there was a Family Dollar or something.
There was a Piggly Wiggly went along there somewhere.
That's what I was trying to remember. Where was the Piggly Wiggly? Because you got the post office, which is the central school.
Yeah, close to where the post office was.
And then it's the bank today, and then it was the Mooresville Savings and Loan Bank, which I can't remember
It was
who.
along there somewhere. I remember it, but I don't remember just where it was.
It was right there this side of where W.C. Johnson House was, where the school building is now. I mean, where the school offices are. Post office, old post office.
Well, that was the old post office.
Yeah.
The old post. Okay.
Where the school offices is
today.
In the old post office building.
Yeah.
It was this side of that. It's a brick building.
Okay. It was. Or was it on? Okay.
Right beside it.
Right beside it. Okay. Right beside it.
Right
Yeah.
beside
That was
it.
the Piggly Wiggly.
Sort of there by itself.
Yeah.
That was the Piggly. Okay.
Hoggly Woggly.
And, then who lived this side of Nat and them's house?
Miss Octa Brown. She run the Army Davis store downtown.
That's right.
Mary Mallard.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I was thinking somebody else was right there.
Then there's a little house that Lefty Robinson lived in. Picture. I don't know who owned it, but he lived in it while he was in Mooresville. I remember him living there. Then the next house was a Lutheran manse, and the next was a Lutheran church.
Going toward the Mooresville Savings and Loan Building. I mean, going toward the Piggly Wiggly.
He's coming back up the street.
Coming back up this way.
Up this
where the fire department is now.
Coming this way. I gotcha.
This side of where Bernice Milker lives.
Yeah, it was Bernice Milker's.
Block. Yeah, next block here.
I gotcha. So it was Bernice Milker's house, then the little brick house, who was...
That brick house there was where the Brawley Boy built.
Okay.
Then the next house was the Star House.
The Star House. And then on the other side...
The Laws lived there in that vacant lot.
Yeah, well, where the vacant lot is.
And then...
I think that big rock's still there at the corner of that lot.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is.
Who lived beside of Harding Rogers?
Hmm?
Who lived beside of Harding Rogers?
Schillenbergers.
Schillenberg. Yeah.
Schillenbergers.
Okay, and then in between the and then after the Schillenbergers was the Lutheran Church and its manse.
It was right on the corner.
On the corner of Statesville Avenue.
Statesville Avenue and Institute Street. What's
Okay.
the post office?
Yep. Where the
Where the fire
where the fire
department
department
is
is.
No,
Yep.
State
That's where the
Avenue,
Lutheran
Main
Church
Street.
was, and
Main.
Vance was on the other side, right
That's right.
across the street from Flower Mill.
That's right. I got you. Okay.
Well, wasn't the church right there opposite of Bernie's?
On the other corner.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Where the fire department is now.
Yeah,
Yeah. I got you.
And
Speaking
the Vance
of-
is right beside it.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Everything. It's amazing. Everything changes, and then it's hard to remember where. Yeah.
That's exactly where things are.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, they're celebrating their 100th birthday next month.
Who's that?
The fire department.
Yeah,
Main.
they celebrating.
Yep. May 9th, 1910 is when they started. Yeah. There's a picture of them. There's a picture of the race team in front of. Well, it's in between the Central Hotel and the house. I can't. Mr.
Rob Johnson.
Johnson's house. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Miss Mary McNeely lived on this side of the hotel.
Coming up Main Street.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Miss Mary McNeely was. Yeah.
She was a school teacher.
Yep. That's what
History teacher. She forgot more history than most people ever knew. You couldn't tell when she's looking at you and when she wasn't. She's cross-eyed.
And then they moved over on the corner where the Presbyterian parking lot is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ferguson House.
Yes. That was the first one we bought. And tore down, made the parking lot.
Yeah.
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 That was McPherson House.
Third-
Dr. McPherson. He was a
McPherson.
dentist.
Okay. Yeah, because Dr. McClellan lived in the big yellow house.
Across County Card across the street.
Yeah.
Right in front of the church.
Yep. Now, who lived where the apartments are? There was a house, wasn't there a house where those apartments are right across from Dr.
And
McClellan?
Norman.
Who?
Norman.
Bill Norman.
Norman.
Okay. And then it was the McNeely's occupied. Okay. And then who was the house? Who was the house that was the other that became our other parking lot? Because there's two houses right there.
Miss McClellan, Dr. McClellan's sister lived in one beside the McNeely house.
That's it.
On that away
Yeah.
towards Center Street.
Yes.
Miss May McClellan lived
May.
in that house
That's right.
beside the Neely house, and Dr. McPherson lived in that before then. And then his daddy built a big old two-story house before you get to the golf course, where you turn up on the hill there.
Yes. That's where downstairs Bradford.
That's where Rusty Bradford lived for a long time.
Yes.
Right there. And then that's McPherson Creek. And he used to have a grits mill up there. He had a grits mill up there, and he ground corn and wheat.
Okay.
On
Okay.
that creek.
Okay. The creek is the creek that comes through the golf course.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's McPherson Creek. I don't know what it is now. It's what it used to be.
Okay. Was then the grits mill back there where they got the?
Behind his house, back up there.
Okay. His house sits up on the hill.
Yeah.
And then the grits mill was back that way.
up there.
Okay. Okay. Well, now down the golf course, down the creek on the golf course side, it's all met. They've got it's a dam. It's like
Golf course built that.
they built that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, Johnny Madison built that golf course, and he built all that dam down there so they'd have water to water greens all the time. He's got a pump station down there where the bridge goes across the creek.
To pump it up into the big reservoir.
Well, that was the mill.
That was the mill reservoir.
Yeah, they pumped water from the lake, from the river then, from the lake into that reservoir, and pumped from the reservoir to the mill when they need water.
To the mill, and then his reservoir was on down.
Yeah, it was in channels down there in front of the old golf course.
It's the driving range, where the driving range
Yeah.
is. Yes. Well, where you go to drive balls.
Yeah.
Those channels, that's where it was.
Well, where you tee off number one, you go right across it, and the bridge is right there.
Yeah.
And the dam's right up here.
Yep. And then what number one where the pump station was? Where the number one hole wasn't the pump station on that side, or was it on this side?
It's on that side of the pump station.
Okay, yeah, and then the channels. I remember. Okay, I remember.
Well, number one used to be up there at the road.
Yes, because the original clubhouse was this little.
Right there down in the hollow.
Yeah, down that little
And they
hollow.
built this other one up here that still made that number one.
Yeah,
You had to ride over there to go to it, though.
yeah, and you went across the channel. Yeah, then okay, I got it.
Then 2 went up a hill, and 3 went down towards the creek again. 4 was across the creek over on the other hill.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I didn't know there was a grits mill. Now, there used to be a little building that sat, little cement building that sat right across where Wilson makes that bend, and it goes down, it goes down flats to the creek. There used to be a little cement building that sat right there.
That was artesian well, a well they had in there. They built 2 wells. Put one down there and put one up there at Robert Holzhauser's house. You know where Robert lived up there? Where Laura Lee lives now?
Yeah, yes.
Well, there's an artesian well up there. It runs all the time.
Okay.
I reckon it's still there. It was the last time I seen it.
Yeah, and the other one was down in that little hollow.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
where they had a pump station. They had a well there that pumped water.
And then now, is the rest of it still there? That brick building and everything where Lawrence comes down and you could turn in to go to the golf course, and there's a sort of like a brick building sort of
I
sitting.
don't think that's there anymore. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure they've taken all that down.
Was that part of the well system?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember that.
See, they had to have a lot of water to water them greens in the summertime to keep them from parching and drying up.
So he ran us 2 wells to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be doggone. That's right, because the pipe, you can still see the pipe crossing the creek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right there at Wilson. You can't.
I'm going to ask you, Lee, if that well's still running up there. Last time I was over at Holzhauser's, it was running. Pipe about that big.
Well, I'm.
Curled over and it was running. He had a trench where it run down to the creek down there.
Well, I'll be.
He run all the time.
All the time.
The artesian well.
I'll be doggone. You see, it's amazing what you. I tell you what.
Me.
I tell you. Well, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm trying to put all this together for.
Well, I think that'll be great.
I think it will be too.
I tell you, so many people don't care a thing about what's happened in the past.
They don't. And there's a lot of people out there now that do it for the money. That's all. They go around to people, try to get their photographs and stuff like that, and that's all they want. I know. Well, that's what I'm trying to do at the library. I'm trying to create, an official place for the town where you can give photographs and memorabilia, stuff like that, and it's there, and it's safe, and it's
It stays there.
exactly, and anybody, can come in and look at it and see it, and because so much of it's gone too now. So much of it's just, we lost so much of it when Mooresville Mills,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of that went elsewhere that it should not have gone. It should have stayed right here.
Talking about the hotel.
Yeah.
I remember we would all come to town from the country on Saturday. Daddy and Mother maybe would go shopping, or they would leave us parked on the street. And the bus come and stopped at the hotel to pick up people and let them off. Well, we were parked there, and this lady, pretty good size, stepped off of the bus up on the street, and her bloomers fell down around her ankles. I thought maybe you might like that.
I like that.
That's one of my memories of going to town.
Oh, God.
I'll never forget that. I can see that woman as good as if it was yesterday.
Well, what else did you do other than working at the jewelry store at Christmas?
Oh, I worked at Cascade in a weave room office for I don't know how many years.
Okay.
And then I stayed home with the girls till Donna was 9 years old.
Okay.
And then I went to work at Draymore.
Over at Draymore.
In the return department.
Oh, I bet that was fun.
And the funniest note we got in there, in a return, it says, "We are so proud of you." Let's see, how was it with? See, we are so proud of what you send us, but please let the blind alone. Meant that it wasn't inspected like it should have been. Let the blind alone.
Talk about Cascade, Godly Boys on that now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Chick Godly runs the farm implement place in Charlotte.
Yes. Yeah.
His boys own that, and they own Templon. They did own it. I reckon they still own it. They bought it.
Okay.
And
but I don't know who owns Draymore now. I have no idea.
It's some group. They run that meeting rooms and indoor.
I don't know who owns it.
And
but I do know the Godly Brothers bought Cascade and Templon mill.
Well, I'll be doggone. Now that's a shame too, because those mills kept Mooresville going.
It's a shame that most of it's shut off.
I know. I think, let's see, the flour mill's probably the only mill left running that's original.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing running, and
that's a shame.
They ship most all their flour bulk.
Yeah.
For different organizations, make
Keep
cakes
going.
and pizzas and things like that.
Yeah.
They make it to the specification that people want.
Oh, wow. Now, I forgot. What did Draymore do?
Make curtains.
Curtains. That's right. That's right. I forgot.
From beginning to end, the material would come in. But
Yeah.
Then they cut the draperies and sewing department and so forth and so on and so on.
And did the draperies.
Mm-hmm. One
Assembly
side
line.
was mostly for draperies and the other side was for curtains, kitchen curtains, cottage curtains.
Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I worked for 25 years there. Started out making $1 an hour. $8 a day. And my kids can't believe that. They can't believe nobody made that much money and worked 8 hours.
Oh?
Made that less money.
Granddad Poor talks about working out the company store down in West Shoals, and he'd work from after school until about 10 o'clock at night when they closed, and every time an hour passed, he made 5 cents.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I worked Mr. Chandler down here at this grocery store, 75 cents a day.
Well, I'll be doggone.
He'd open 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Stay open late.
Yeah. Now that's something too. A lot of the stores on Main Street used to be open until like 8, 9 o'clock at night, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nobody ever really shut down like at 5 o'clock. They were open.
When did they start closing on a Tuesday afternoon?
And I don't know.
Everything used to close on Tuesday afternoon around here.
Yeah.
Downtown, when you
Grocery
said
stores,
downtown.
dry
Yeah.
goods.
Now why, I wonder?
Just
Get them time off.
and pay the employees less, and then they had to work Saturday.
That's right, because everything was open on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. That's right. Okay, everything was open on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you just had Sunday off because everything was closed on Sunday, and then you went back to work on Monday, and I guess Tuesday
Then Tuesday afternoon.
And
still, there's a few stores closed on Tuesday afternoon, but
Yeah,
I don't know when it started.
I don't either.
It's
I don't
been
either.
years ago.
Well, when did everything stop staying open late and closing at 5 o'clock? When did that switch? Because I remember when I was growing up, Belts was about the only store uptown that stayed open past 5 o'clock. Everything else was closed right at 5.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't either. That'd be interesting to find out though when those two things happened and changed. Because I'd forgotten about that. Everything closing on Tuesday afternoon. And it's hard for people to believe we had 3 movie theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because now.
And not a one now.
Well, we had 4.
What was the 4th one?
The what was they called? The outside movie.
The drive-in.
No,
Drive-in.
they had a colored movie.
Where?
You know where the underpass is here? Over on Broad Street?
The
Tunnel?
yeah, the tunnel. Yeah.
Alright. Between there and the colored church there, you know where the colored church is?
Reed Memorial.
Yeah.
On Broad.
On Broad. Reed Memorial on Broad.
There was a building set right down there, a wooden building. It was a colored theater.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, you're facing the church, and there's a White House on this side of it. And then there's parking on this side.
No,
and then
I'm
the big
on Broad Street.
Yeah. The seed building's right here.
Oh, it's back on this side, the seed building.
Yeah.
You know where the colored church is.
Yeah, you're coming down,
Alright.
and then there's a little White House on this side of it.
Yeah.
As you keep going.
Well, from the colored church going down Broad Street to where the underpass is.
Right.
Go over top of the underpass.
Right.
Between that vacant lot in there was a colored theater.
The vacant lot. Yeah, okay.
Vacant lot.
Yeah, because it's the White House and then the vacant lot.
Yeah.
I know where you are.
Put a big sign right beside the door and put up a picture who was playing and the name of it. And then after that, Jack Brantley opened a colored theater down on West End, run it for several years.
Now, where on West End?
Down there, well, where the cafe was. It's tore down now.
Yeah, where the cafe stood. Yeah, they tore it because.
It's right beside of it.
Okay.
He run a picture.
Okay,
left
yeah.
hand side going that way.
The left hand side.
Going yonder way.
Okay. No, wait a minute. Going on out.
Toward 150.
Yes. Where you got woods where it bends.
Yeah.
It was in the bend. I think there's trailers there now.
Well,
That where?
it was a little before you get to the bend, I believe. Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's some trailers. Yeah.
It's set
Yeah.
on the left hand side. There was a restaurant in there and a grocery store, and he opened a theater in there.
Mr. Brantley. Okay.
Jack Brantley.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about because yeah, because the store, where they tore the store down, and it was right on the corner.
Yeah. It
Of
was on the corner.
yeah. Okay.
And then we had an what'd you say? Outdoor theater down on the down at Mount Morn.
Yeah, just a little bit past Mount Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Had one out here at Forks of the Road.
An outdoor theater
Yeah.
out where
Kerrigan's is.
Kerrigan's.
On out beyond that, where Forks of the Roads are.
Yeah, Forks
Right
to
Behind
go
that service station in there.
What?
Behind where that old service station is there.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah, there was an outdoor theater there.
I forgot about that. Okay.
And what was it they used to call a post office that was out there?
Oh, that was Deep Well, grocery store and post office.
You remember that?
Yeah.
No,
I
he
know you don't remember
that. I
it,
don't
but-
remember that.
I mean, I've heard
You
that.
heard about it.
Yeah,
Deep
I
Well?
remember hearing. Huh?
That's what they call it, Deep Well.
Deep
out there.
Well.
That's where Prospect Church got their mail, Deep Well.
Deep Well.
They had a grocery store there with a post office in the back.
Right there at the gas station and the
Where the well is out there. Kerrigan, you know where Kerrigan's?
yeah, I know where Kerrigan's is.
Well, that big brick concrete well behind the side of the house there, you ever seen it? That's what's called Deep Well.
Okay.
There's a grocery store set out there close
Right
to
there.
the street.
Okay.
They call it Deep Well.
I think because they've added on to the Kerrigan house now, and I
they've
think
added all that on.
yeah, and I think that well's now hidden. You can't
Probably keep
behind the
But that was called Deep Well.
Okay. I wondered. Okay, now I've heard that. See, I'd heard that before, and I heard that the Mooresville community was called Deep Well.
Well, I never did hear that, but that's what I know. Prospect got their mail there
Right there.
from Deep Well because there's a grocery store and post office there, and that was
Okay.
the name of it. Deep
Well, yeah, because in a lot of the early history books and all, I remember Elmer Turner talking about Deep Well. That's where I remember him talking about Deep Well. But in all the early history books that were written on Iredell County and everything, they called Mooresville, before it was the Moore Village, they called it Deep Well.
Did they?
Uh-huh.
I never heard that.
I'd heard that because it was called Moore Village because John Franklin's family owned most of the buildings at that time.
Most all the land around.
Yeah, and they called it Moore Village and all. And then we called it Mooresville in honor of the village, not.
Yeah.
But we named him, and I learned this in the minutes too. We named him as we named him not as the founder. That's kind of gotten an off skew. We named Mooresville in honor of him because he was the one who pushed for the incorporation for us to go from a village to a town.
That's right.
Because he understood the benefits and all that of it. Yeah. But okay, it's piecing together. It's piecing together. I like that.
If he hadn't have done that, they wanted to build up Shepherds.
Yes. Yep.
And they wouldn't get nobody to give them land up there.
Yep.
The depot and all.
Yeah. Yeah. That was coming down the pike because that was after they put the train tracks back after the war.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. After the tracks was back down.
Yes. Yep. Because they were they wanted to rerun the Danville to Charlotte line. Richmond, Danville, Charlotte line. That's what they wanted to rerun. And yes, and they were going to make their main depot up at Shepherd's.
Shepherd's.
Yeah.
Nobody give them land up there to do it.
And he gave it for here. Which made sense because we were already, we already had that fork, the Monksville line coming back in, and yep. I tell you what, it's amazing what you.
Did you tell Andy you remember this being a dirt road out here?
Oh yeah. I told him all about that.
Yeah, and building laying the sewer and water line and all that sort of stuff.
If they had to put sewer line water down now like it did then, there wouldn't be none put down. Done with pick and shovel.
Wow.
Every bit of them. That's 7 foot deep out there out of that sewer line.
That's going into bedrock almost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Holy cow. Holy cow. Oh. Now when did all this start developing? I mean, people living out here when it wasn't. I mean, it was after they turned it from farmland into.
Well, my daddy bought this when he got married in 1914. That house was already built. Fella Gabriel built it. Now I really don't know when the house was built.
Yeah.
But
which is now that vacant lot beside.
Yeah, where the vacant lot was. Then he owned this too, and I built here beside him.
Okay. Talk about having your in-laws close.
Now, all these houses up here, and this house over here, and this house here, I remember when they was built. The next house, I don't remember. Johnny Gray Kennedy lived there. I don't remember this built.
Okay.
But the next house, I remember. Next 4 houses, I remember they was built. But Washington's lived down here in this house where Webb lived.
Okay.
And Eddie lived here, and Nat Archie built that house, and Uprights built the next house, and hired fella built the next house. And old man Full Harrington lived in the next house. I don't remember when it was built.
Okay.
Dolph Motley lived in the next house. His wife was my aunt.
Okay.
Then May Atwell lived in the next house. She was another one of my aunts. And across the street in that apartment, Hughes Mayhew built that. Bus Mayhew's granddaddy.
Okay.
And I don't remember when he built that, but where her house is, this side, he had a house there and it burnt down. Instead of building back, he built apartments. He moved in half of it and rented the other half.
It's pretty smart. It's pretty smart.
And Daddy bought that lot and built the house in 1930.
7.
30, was it 37?
36.
36 or 37? 37.
36.
I was going to Mount Ella School, and I rode with teachers that taught from Mooresville to Mount Ella to graduate my last year of school. I rode with them
Wow.
because I didn't want to change schools.
Yeah. Now, where was Mount Ella School?
Out there where it is now. The other side of Mount Ella.
Okay. Okay. I know where you're at.
Route 801.
Okay, I know where you're at. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know where the old flour mill stood out there?
Yeah, right in the bend, right in the, yeah.
Yeah, we tore it down. Carl Sherrill owned that. And right on around the bend there is where the school is, on down there a little way.
Okay.
Where the school is now.
Okay.
They tore down the school that I graduated in, and they built a one-story school.
They built that school just right after they built Park View School. Ralph Brawley built Park View School, and then Ralph Brawley went out there and built it. It looked a whole lot alike. Both of them.
Okay, okay. Built both the schools. Well, I'll be doggone. That's just fun. That's okay. Well, you know, well, I think we got everything. I mean, I think we got it out. Because someone said one time it was a WPA project. Hood Field.
Football boys bid.
Yeah, what we did. The WPA did come in there and work some, yeah.
Some.
But we worked too, football players. He'd have us down there on Saturday, Sally Hood. He was coach, principal and coach back in. And
had y'all shaving the hill and moving the dirt with
moving the dirt. And you see where our bank was cut down, we had to move all that dirt. Well, whoever was there, but we had a lot of help.
and then
It took a long time.
and then bringing the town drag team over and leveling it and I knew Barger. Now I did know Barger built the cement seats. I knew
Yeah.
Barger had done that.
Yeah.
I known that they had done that.
Vargas built that for him.
Yeah, but I could see y'all pushing that, cutting the bank, pushing the dirt, cutting the bank, pushing the dirt, and then having the teams hauling dirt and
Yeah. Well, nothing was motorized back then. It's all horse and mules.
now. Did you have to build now? At that time, that part of Center Street had a wooden bridge right there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a wooden bridge,
Okay.
and they filled that in, filled it all in, took
Yeah.
the bridge down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a wooden bridge at that time.
Yeah. And now, when did they fit? Did y'all fill in the bridge, or
No, we didn't fill in the bridge.
they did that later?
I don't know where it done later before. Seemed to me like it was done before we hit. I believe it was done before we built that Hood Field.
Yeah, because I was getting ready to say, yeah.
I think it was built.
Because y'all didn't have to build a retainer or anything to hold that as you cut the bank to hold it.
No, it was sloped enough that we didn't have
You just had to cut it off and level it.
Slant it down, and then they built where it slanted. They just built the seats just to fit the slant.
Yeah, right into it. Yeah.
Well, that used to be called Eastern Heights.
Yeah, that was
Well-
Eastern Heights.
When did they change it to Center Street?
When it changed the rest of it, I reckon. But
Well, Center Street was the first street named when the town was formed, because it was the center, the depot, and it was the center of town. And in the town minutes, it stopped at Church Street.
Oh.
yeah,
And then they called it at first the Center Street Extension, but then they officially named it
Center Street.
Eastern Heights.
Eastern Heights.
Statesville Avenue stopped at Church Street too.
Yeah.
and then they cut it on to that
Yeah.
later on.
They changed when they brought state. From what I can figure, when they brought Statesville in and all, that's when they changed it to Center Street. But it was Eastern High. It was known. Yeah. Yeah.
That was my paper route from Main Street to the hospital, and then out that little street where Bud Wilson lived, and several little houses out there. There's a dirt
Which is
street.
Fieldstone now.
Huh?
Which is Fieldstone now.
That's
That
good.
was a dirt street, and I'd give them a paper at the hospital every morning. I'd get breakfast there.
Golly, that's pretty. Yeah.
And I think a paper was 90 cents a week back then.
Wow.
And people leave money out where I pick it up
Yeah.
Saturday morning. I didn't have to knock it, leave it out. Now, if it did, left $1, I'd leave them a change.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And it come a big snow one night. Couldn't ride the bicycle. Mr. Willie Upright lived in the second house, and he had a horse. I went over there and asked him if I could borrow his horse to deliver papers. He said, yeah. I got his horse, went to the Ford place and rolled my papers up, rode the horse all up Center Avenue delivering papers. Pony Express.
Pony Express. I tell you what. That's pretty good. That's pretty... And I can see y'all out there with teams and the horses and everything leveling that field too. And yeah. Golly. I tell you, Pony Express, that's pretty good. I could see, I'd like to find it, that'd be cool to find a picture of the church with that big rail behind it and everybody's horses tied up to it and buggies and all.
I got an old picture of the church, but you can't see the rails for the garden and weeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of funny having all everybody's horses tied up behind the church. All right. And that was probably the day in 31, that Sunday probably was the shortest sermon we ever had when they did the song.
In prayer, that's all they had.
And then raise the money.
Raise the money.
That would be interesting, though, to know what the bank would have done if they had foreclosed on the church.
That's always puzzled me.
Yeah.
And I have never been able to think of anything they could have done with it
Yeah.
except sell it to another organization,
Yeah.
church organization, maybe.
Yeah.
But who would buy it?
I know.
Well,
Well,
had too much money invested in it.
yeah. That's
See, we
true.
had the new manse,
Yeah.
remodeled the church, the new education building.
Yeah. And that's
I don't remember now exactly how much it was. I did know one time, but I forgot.
because
They owed a bunch of money.
yeah, because we all built that 24, 25.
Well, they built the manse, opened it. Doc White moved in 22. 23, they built the education building. 24, they remodeled the church.
Remodeled the church.
In 3 years, they did all that.
And then in 1930, the bank came knocking.
31, somewhere along there, when after the depression hit, they couldn't pay it, and they wanted going to foreclose.
Lord have mercy. That's pretty.
That's something, foreclosing a church.
I tell
Well,
you.
it didn't make any difference. They just wanted money, and that was the way they had of getting it.
Yeah.
They figured they'd come up with it some way.
Come up with it that way.
Some of it, anyway.
Yeah. I tell you, yeah. But that'd be fun watching, doing papers on a pony.
Excuse me again.
Oh, yes, okay. On a horse. Doing papers on a horse. I bet that was fun.
Well, I just took 2 sacks and tied them together and
Yeah.
across the horse and
Yes,
put the
it
papers
sure
in
was.
there.
It sure was. I called him, told him. I
Yeah.
said, the baby
Lord have mercy.
missed your birthday.
Oh, Mary.
by 44
That's funny.
minutes.
Yeah, Mr. Upright said, yeah, you can have it, Barn.
He said, well, darn.
I told him what I was going to do. I said, I'll be back around 10, 11 o'clock. Late getting started, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And then going over, taking the paper to the hospital and getting a meal.
Yeah. Give them paper every morning for something to eat. Because he hadn't eaten anything, and we used
Yeah.
to get up around 5 o'clock and get over there. So that's when the delivering would get started, you know.
Get started, yeah.
People wanted the paper time we got up, and we had to go early.
That's funny. That's good. That's really good. Oh, mercy. Well, this has been fun.